Huh?
Yeah, I gotta cut that up.
Demonetized.
I didn't know how long it was gonna take to get into TNT.
Not that long at all.
We're gonna work that in probably next week. I want to start with TNT. Anyways, welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody.
It's TNT. It's Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
This is episode 85.
Okay, you gotta hurry up and rap a slur so we can get internet famous. Don't do that.
Well, we could always start streaming
No,
some
don't.
PUBG.
Hi, everybody. So
these two Mexicans walk in the bar.
God damn it. Sorry for Ian. He's Ian. Let's play our little bit of catch up, Ian. What have you been up to, good sir?
Well, what have I been up to?
Just jacking it.
Just jacking it. I've been
just jacking it.
Just jacking it. Oh, here we go.
I don't give a fuck.
I've been playing this.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
What do you got to drink tonight?
Well,
you.
Well, I'm different from what I normally do. I finished my Taco Bell. I had a Baja Blast. Must have been really good. So I've got a dark label or whatever the hell it's called.
Black label.
Nasty. It's berry, so I was like, okay. I think I forgot. Like, you pour it, and half of it is just the head. It's like a purple blue foam. So I was like, okay, that's not obviously going to last me the rest of the night. So for a backup, on the backup mic here, I got the old standby Surge. And if I feel kind of froggy, I got a what do they call this? A Monster Super Soda Mutant White Lightning flavored, 0 sugar. Huh. I got a red one, but I figured it was just like either fruit punch or like Code Red flavored. So I figured this would be the more interesting one.
And what is that? Look like a Powerade or what did you say it was?
Not even this. What the fuck I'm saying? It's a monster.
Oh, I thought you meant like Monster. I heard you say Monster, but I thought that was like like Monster was a flavor.
Look. See that little claw things there? The 3 bullshit.
I know. I got something on my wall that says Monster.
Well, look at your wall. And then look at this. And look back at your fucking wall.
Is it good? Have you tried it before? Or?
I have not, no.
Oh, okay.
I got a red one and this white one. Because I was like, well, I was at the gas station, and Speedway has this thing where if you buy 3 freezer items or fridge items, you get up to like 10 to 15 cents off a gallon on gas. So I got those. I got these, and I had a something else. But Surge has the most caffeine to keep my ass up. Because, we do those fucking marathon shows for like 9 hours and shit.
Right.
Oh, I see you were on the show for 5 hours. I'm glad I couldn't make it.
Oh boy. Yeah, I got the same. I got pretty much equivalent of the Surge is just the ice. And just got some orange crush. I wanted to get that.
An orange crush.
That I wanted to get more of that pineapple stuff, but it wasn't on sale this week. I had like a 6-pack of like 20 ounces of the pineapple for $2 at Mark's.
We had a 2-liter. We had a 2-liter that I had on vacation. It was pretty good. And apparently, they've leaked more details on the Bill and Ted 3.
Oh, really?
Well, it's been a rumor for a long time. People really weren't, believing it. But they did what magazine was it? Entertainment Weekly did an exclusive reunion photo shoot, and they have a telephone booth with Alex Winter and fucking Keanu Reeves inside of it.
Right. And then I also have this, this stuff called water.
Is that new? What, like from the toilet?
Thanks, like
I don't give a f.
Right.
Doesn't give a fuck about water.
I don't give a fuck.
So okay.
Yeah, that's your soda talk. As far as what I've been up to lately, though, I've been working on more of these monitor clamp things a little bit. I only got a chance to work on it yesterday and some today, but like I was hoping to salvage a couple of these that I already did before, like this one, but it's delaminating, so I figure I would just at least save the material and try to cut it off here. But the only thing is I don't know if I'm going to be able to reuse these sticky things on the bottom. I mean, this is like a few dollars just in pads here. And I don't know if I'll be able to. They're really on there. So I don't know if they're going to be able to be reusable or not. But it's just a shame that this didn't work out. I cut a couple more of these. These are for underneath the glass for it to clamp on. I cut 4 of these, and I cut a couple. This is the same size section as what I just showed you here. So these are about the same size. The only thing I got to do to it is I like how the rounded corners kind of look down there. So I got to use my Dremel to round them off. But it's a lot better now that I got this black material instead of this is all painted. And I guess since I tried to epoxy it on top, I painted it first and then epoxied these, like these, I guess it's like acrylic or clear plastic or whatever over top of it. And I guess it's just like delaminating because the paint is the only thing that's holding it on. So yeah. And you can't really use super glue to glue this on because it'll cloud it up underneath it and it'll end up looking like that really light gray. So So the next thing I guess I'm gonna try is just like try to get this as smooth as I can. Maybe put put tons of clear coat over it or something. What would you do to get this material as shiny as this?
Ooh, maybe clear coat. That's tough. Reflective surfaces are not easy.
No, they aren't.
That's why all my shit's in the back.
Yeah. Right. And plus, I'm OCD and a perfectionist about shit.
Nah, fuck that. That's why I hide it in the back.
Dude, if you were doing it, you probably wouldn't even paint it, would you?
Well, I mean, see, if I do decide to put wood under the clamps that I have now to raise my monitors up a couple inches, I'll just buy oak wood that is roughly the same color as the desk I have, and then not give a fuck.
Right.
So,
well, it's tough when you have glass because it's like everything, you get to see everything. It's like the dress is lifted up, like a glass desk or a glass skirt,
yeah, it's a lot of work.
Some of those models with, what are those, like those plastic dresses or something that you can see through in some of those fashion shows?
I don't watch that. What would make you think I'd watch that?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes you see them in movies or fashion shows and like a movie scene or something. I don't know. I mean,
right. Okay.
Frank's like, I don't know what a fashion show is.
Right. Fucking fashion show. Fucking okay.
But yeah, these I probably won't wear much because they're just like strips that go underneath it. I might, try to polish up the edges a little bit more, but I mean, these are pretty good. So it's just a pain in the ass because I do got to do 4 of these things.
Wow.
Yeah, see, I got 4 of these, and then I have to make 4 of these that are all shiny. So that's why it's been taking me weeks and weeks. But yeah, it's getting there though. I'm getting closer and closer, And then it's going to take me probably a couple weeks, like I said, to install the 4 monitor arms and cable manage everything and organize everything. Is the bitch.
He's a bitch.
So, what about you? You were doing some extracurricular things before the show. You were doing these drops that we started playing.
Yeah. And I charged my drill to be able to into my desk here so I can hide my cables. I felt really shitty in the middle of the week. I had a 2-day gout flare up.
Oh, really?
Oh God, yes. I didn't. No, I didn't get out of bed for 2 days.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
That shit sucked. I just laid in bed. All I could do, I could get up and let the dogs out to go poop, and then close the door and go back to bed, and just stand there to let them out. My body said, "Lay the fuck down, lay the fuck down." So I was not feeling the best for a good couple days. So I was vertical today, so I'm better.
Well, that's good. What did you eat though? Because doesn't it usually get triggered by the food, or is it just random all
That
the
could
time?
be a thing. It's usually actually the weather. Like an old person, there's a storm brewing. That's what it was for me. It's like arthritis. Because my diet, I don't really eat anything bad for me. I eat grilled chicken, and I've been eating a lot of ramen lately. Because it's cheap, fast, and I can throw chunks of meat in it and feel like I ate something.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. You got that. Let me just check my phone here. And well, you said something. You said some words, right? Oh, that's great. And you say words.
I do feel bad that you have your gout though.
That's okay. I'll live, maybe. Maybe I'll just die.
It's just you get it so much worse than Ben does. I mean, it's like he
Well,
complains a little bit, and you're like, dude, I'm in bed.
yeah. I
You
can't
know?
get up out of bed. Well, the thing is, if you work your joints over more, they're more likely to have problems. So I unload trucks all day. My shit says, fuck you, man. Like, I get up and I let the dogs out and I have to decide, am I going to be able to go to work like this? I can't even stand up. And then the thought of driving for an hour with my knee locking up, being bent, nope, can't even think about it. So
Mm-mm.
I'm like,
Mm-mm.
And the thing is, I have to decide in the morning first because A, like I said, it's before I even go anywhere, and B, I have to decide which pills to take because my regular daily pills, I can't take them with my flare-up pills. What I take for a flare-up is basically like ibuprofen, and I'm already on 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. I take the equivalent of 4 ibuprofen every day. What? So when I told you when my wife picked up my last prescription, they're like, he's not taking these together, is he? And she's like, I think. And the lady's like, he's gonna have a bleeding gut. And I was like, yeah, I could have a bleeding gut if if I took them together, but I'm not. She's like, oh, okay. So anywho, sir. But yeah, I worked, laid in bed crying, and I would like to. I like I said, I charged my drill with full intentions. Okay, I'm gonna unplug shit, drill holes, and then reroute shit. And then my body said, "Fuck you! You're not doing none of that shit." And I go, "You're right. You're right." And I lay down in bed.
Well, since you were in bed a lot this week, are you gonna like not sleep tomorrow?
No, that's not how that works, Ian. I could sleep for days. Like my wife's like, "Oh, she came in from work. I said, "What you do?" I slept all day. Oh, you're not gonna be able to sleep all night. Just watch me, and I did. I can. I sleep fine.
Does she ever get like pissed at you for sleeping too much ever?
I mean, as much as anybody would, because I'm not, being social. I'm just being an asshole.
Well, like you didn't sleep all that vacation though. You said. Remember you went on vacation? You said you didn't sleep all the time.
No, I mean, not as much as I wanted to. I mean, we were gone somewhere, so it's not like when you're out, you're paying to go somewhere. You could sleep at home. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're like, no, you go some fucking where. You're paying. Go. You pay attention to this shit, and then you fall asleep on the way home. That's how that goes.
You kind of. I'm sure your wife was more excited about it than you were, probably.
What? Vacation?
Yeah.
Shit. I work full time, motherfucker. I'm glad to get time off.
Well, I mean, like going somewhere, I guess.
No, I was glad to go. Because, regular, leave the house to go do something is like, fuck, I gotta go to the store and get eggs and shit. No, we're like, in the instance, we went to Florida or went to North Carolina. Cool, I get to go hang out and do this thing and, see sights I hadn't seen. Like, we got married in Jamaica. I was never one to travel. I never really liked the beach. And then, I met her and then she showed me, hey, dumbass, shit's fun. So, but anyway, sir, would you like to do battle stations?
Sure.
And you're a Battlestations. Man your Battlestations.
Station.
Station.
Oh.
You sunk my battle station.
Now, hold on 1 second. I fucked something up here.
Oh. I'll alert the press.
Note to write it down. On this day, year of our Lords, March 30th, Franklin fucked up and admitted it. No,
I was. If I were to have to do that, I probably would have already been blocked for spamming.
What?
I'm like, March 30th, 1 a.m. March 30th, 1:11 a.m.
Custom image. I downloaded. I'm going to try that Fortnite Battle Royale because I was telling Ian before the show it's free and I didn't know, and all the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah.
So
It's a little bit more of a cartoony style, I guess, or something.
yeah,
or
compare it to say what they say. It's basically similar to PUBG, but like cartoony versus realistic.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Kind of got like a Wind Waker or something style. I don't know. I mean, it's not cell shaded, but it's like. You ever play that game Crackdown? It's kind of like that.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah,
I never did. Did you?
Yeah, I've been a fan of them. I have both of the games, and they're everyone's waiting out for the third one to come out. Microsoft's been, like we did a news article about it a while ago with all the indestructible environments. Remember?
Nope.
Where like you could like shoot down buildings, or like somebody's taking cover behind a wall. You keep shooting, eventually the wall is going to disintegrate, or you could shoot into the ground and it'll start like making it indents into the ground. It's kind of like Minecraft in a way, I guess. Because everything is destructible.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where like everyone's like blocks, but literally they're composed of blocks, and you can blow up anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now that you mention it.
And
I know what you're talking about.
Like each section is divided by like a different cloud server that calculates all that stuff on when you're playing multiplayer online. Yeah.
You don't say.
It takes that much resources, like your computer or like the 360 couldn't even, or the Xbox One couldn't even do that.
Oh.
That's why it's only like the destructible environments are only for the online. But they've had all this press and stuff about it, but like it hasn't even came out for like a few years now or whatever. Everybody's been talking about it.
Gotcha. I have the email up, but I've got to copy and paste, and then I'll screen share here.
All right.
If it'll work. Screen share. Okay, so what the fuck are we looking at here, Ian?
Okay, so these aren't Reddit stations. These are just I couldn't find any. I wanted to do YouTuber setups like we were talking about before the show, but I found like I typed in this is just like a Google search, like it was like 10 of the most jaw-dropping setups or something, and I just chose 3 random ones. So
this dude here is, what the hell is he? What's he call himself? Lep Desk?
I guess.
Never heard of this cat. 2013 and 2014. I wonder if he's done anything since. Boy, look at those monitors. There's a video in the big middle there. I mean, the colors are pretty awesome. You know, the green and the blues. I'm just afraid to hit play and sponsors, info and sponsors. Here we go. Oh, started in 2010. Oh boy. Oh, we made a 3D drawing in SketchUp. I've heard of people using SketchUp before.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing with that with my modeling program, maybe for, like just to get like an idea of things,
I literally did like random Frank P and just used a piece of paper and said, okay, this is the desk and this is the thing. Razor eyes. Did he buy a bunch of razor shit? Is that what? Razor for oh, Logitech illumination. Oh yeah, he put razor logos on shit. A razor mouse pad. Click read more for all unpacking photos. Don't care. Don't care. Not gonna watch a picture. Look at pictures of you. Take a, so his keyboard has a. I gotta zoom in here.
Are those chiclets?
Well, they're. I clicked it and it's. Is it so big? Oh, there it is. This isn't bigger than the damn thing. Yeah, it looks like shitty chiclets, and then I couldn't tell. Is that supposed to be a trackpad to the side?
I guess that's a unique keyboard.
I mean, it's not. It's like it's a. Well, there's those like what they call them those light up. I thought they were like LED or RGB things, but I think they're literally just like this is one for YouTube. This is email.
Oh, it's kind of like a Elgato type of thing.
Yeah, but not. I don't think so. Hold on here. Let me. What does this say? There was the box for it. I can just look up what the fuck this thing is. Death Stalker. There we go. Death Stalker. Shopping.
Yeah, I might message you during the week. We'll have to do a, like where we just do like one main like YouTuber type of thing for the battle stations.
Yeah, this is the Death Stalker Ultimate, which is I'm assuming he has. There's one going for $800. Buy it now, Ian. There you go.
Sure.
Fucking, I don't. These are the worst pictures. I guess that's a screen. I don't know. Let me exit out of that. Where's the description? Oh, so that's all you get. Wait, brief full description, warranty.
And the description's in the title.
Keyboard. Title. Fucking you break it, you buy it, motherfucker.
That's yeah.
See details. Not a whole lot of damn anything. Thanks for coming to our page. Yeah, I'm gonna drop $800 with no description. At least I know the model Ultimate, I guess.
Why not just search for that on Amazon?
Look here, boy.
Boy.
Newegg. Oh, here we go. Newegg has a thing. Well, it has higher rating on Amazon than it does on Newegg. Currently unavailable. Customer reviews. Oh boy. Oh, I expected pictures. Oh, there's pictures. Customer images. Whoa. Style over substance. It looks like it has a cool LCD screen, which first attracted me, but it's anti-ghosting, 1000 hertz pull rating, and 10 key blah 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 techno specs. Much less that it's a membrane / dome keyboard rather than a mechanical one. Yeah. Does he say how much he paid for the thing? That's the thing that would make me mad. I'm like, why would you pay out the anus
Famous anus.
I don't know. Yeah, see, let me see what Newegg says if it's still available there real quick. Out of stock. Oh, it's
Oh,
not
it's out of
available.
stock.
Oh, sad panda.
Does it
Oh, wait,
give a
no.
price though?
No.
Yeah, I hate when stores do that. Like they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's
There's none
unavailable."
available, so we can't tell you what it used to cost.
Yeah, you don't need to know the price.
Right, between 800 and $1,000 if you want it now. Whatever it was in 2013, probably not near as much.
Uh-uh.
But
Not
yeah, I mean,
bad
there's
for an older setup.
yeah, I mean, like I said, even though there's those bezels, the middle monitor is nice and big. The outer ones are little dinky.
Oh, is that? I didn't even realize that. So that desk was like that's like Linus's, huh?
Yeah, there's the computer's built into it,
Yeah.
and there's multiple little there's videos on here. Wouldn't that be hilarious if that's his YouTube claim to fame? Here's my desk. What do you do? I take pictures of my desk.
Well, I don't know what was that thing? He always do a look up his YouTube or something.
Well, hold
What
on.
was
Let
it
me
like? LE was it L3P or something?
hold on. Let me open up another tab just so we don't get demonetized. I'll just go to his because he's got a link here. Peter Brands.
Peter
Wow.
Brand.
Okay, hold on. A month ago, he did. Here you go. That's boner fuel for you. Just temper glass all the way around.
So yeah, since changed the desk setup then.
I mean, look at that.
I've got one of those types there.
Looks like he made the whole thing from scratch.
Hmm.
Fucking weeb.
Fucking weeb nuts.
Amada
No.
Thermaltake 4 P90.
P90X? What?
Yeah. Oh, Netherlands. Okay. So here's all the fittings, motherboard.
Hmm.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, well, anyway, we're spending a lot of time on this one dude here. We got a few to peruse.
Okay.
Peruse.
Well, maybe I didn't check the time on or the date on the article that had this whole list, so it might be these all might be around the same time, so it would be unfair anyways to compare his newer setup. Maybe I don't know.
No. They stand as a work of art.
Oh,
It does
okay.
not matter the date. Because I've got one that's older than my others, but it matches my theme.
Your theme?
Yeah. Okay, so this other one you have, the welcome to the gaming room. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your gaming ride, whatever the fuck that means. I could appreciate there's 6 monitors, but A, those stands, the bases look hideous. And B, they just still look tiny. I mean, he's got a big screen TV over there in the corner, right?
Right.
I would have just, turn that on and say, hey, look, there's my big ass monitor. You got.
Yeah, but you get a lot more resolution unless if it's a 4K.
What's the point of having it? Well, I mean, I guess if it's older, when was this? 2012. Did they have 4K in 2012?
Yeah, they had the I thought like the 4K DVDs and stuff are coming out of that, like the movies at least.
Are you fucking kidding?
I'm super serial.
Yeah, like, I mean, really, it's kind of everything's tidy, but it's kind of bland. Cause like this shit here, there's some shit on a shelf in a spray bottle in a CRT TV. Like I think that's the boxes that all of his components came in. By the way, what's the thing of like guys who do a setup their first built PC? They put the fucking boxes up as like decorations, and they'll list them. It's next to the wall decorations. I'm like, those are fucking empty boxes.
Yeah,
I get it. I get
I
it.
was talking about that before. I see some of the YouTubers they'll like take the like they'll cut up the box into like squares that you just put on your wall or whatever, like
At
wallpaper.
least that's creative. No, they literally will put the empty fucking box on the shelf. Like I understand hanging onto the box if you want to, if you're afraid you're gonna have to RMA it. But put that fucking shit in a closet like a goddamn grown up. Look, I bought me a motherboard. This is the box my motherboard came in. I don't care. Oh, look, your power supply came in a box. It doesn't need to be out for fucking display. Your power supply, your fucking CPU cooler. No one cares. No one gives a shit.
Maybe they're trying to look like they're baller, like J2 or whatever, trying to look like they have a whole stock of shit,
Right. Look, I got motherboards and shit over here that ain't even being used. Granted, they're all in this computer here, but or like, it'd be different if it was like boxes of 1080s and all that. But like your Hypo 212, no one cares. No one cares. So
yeah, I would just throw that shit out. In fact,
right. I mean, I've still got some of the boxes just so like for like accessories, so I know what the hell they came with. Because otherwise, you just have a drawer full of screws and bolts, and you're like, I guess this went with my cooler. I don't know.
Well, like if it's only like mechanical, just like
Mechanical,
where it's not electronic at all. Like as long as everything came in and it's like sturdy and stuff, I just throw the box out. Like
right?
you get a hammer or something.
I got my my case box. I still have that, so if I have to pack my computer, hey, the case it'll fit in the fucking case.
Yeah, but if you weren't even worrying about that at all, like your case is just like there's no moving parts in a case, so you just
no, but it's your biggest box, and I put all my smaller boxes in it because I learned that from my iMac because I kept the box that it came in, and that thing I had to take to the Apple Store multiple times, and you don't want to lug it around without a fucking box.
Right.
And this last dude you brought, old version. Oh, the Nocturnal. What's the date on this post? Does it say?
It's timeless. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, 2013, according to the timestamp on the pictures, the watermark, 2013. Let me scroll down the bottom here because the top said, older picture. It's got a Herman Miller M body. Linux workstations. I'm assuming this isn't just chilling at his house. I mean, I'm assuming. I could be fucking wrong. I'm dead wrong, probably, but 2013. Wow, this dude really likes watermarking his
yeah,
pictures.
Don't steal that shit, dude.
Yeah, and like the funny thing is he puts it at the bottom, like they couldn't just cut that little strip off the bottom.
Right.
It's not like, like stock image where it's across the thing. Okay, so it looks like everything's from 2013. Stefan Dadicki. Yeah. So
Stefan or kill.
Did I do that? Beware of copyright. My home office desktop, which I first published these pictures, blah, blah, blah. Swag, my wife.
Swag.
Hmm.
Swag.
18 workstations / servers, 4 laptops, 548 terabyte of total storage. Some stuff not pictured here.
Oh, shit.
I mean, well, first off, the iMac and a bunch of shit there.
548 terabyte back then.
That's what it said. The 6.0 version of it. Here's where's the pictures? I clicked on pictures. I don't need these fucking words. I can't zoom in on the pictures. I'm not going to read all this shit. I don't give a fuck.
You can't even scroll to the bottom.
Why 2 laptops? You have 1 lap. Really, guy? Where do you buy all your stuff? Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. I want to do that. Okay. Can I if I click it and it takes me back to the fuck you. I'm not look, let's see, you click on this picture. Oh, it goes up to the frequently asked. I don't care. Okay, he loses cool points because I want to be able to click things and see big pictures. I don't want to see. No. Look, ooh, flashing lights. Well, if I click on, no, you can't click on it. You can't see it. Yeah, fuck this guy.
Did you say if you could right click it or not?
Yeah, you can right click. If you want to go back to this.
Oh, I see. Unless if you really cared, I guess you could go to the page info.
Hold on, where the okay.
Images or some shit.
Yeah, if you click it, if you just left click, it takes you to this facts page. If you right click and open a new tab, it takes you to the frequently asked. So you can't get any bigger than the bullshit thumbnails. Yeah, so 24 terabyte storage, 64 dual Xeon hosting dozens of VMs. Yeah. So yeah, there's that.
Let's see if it's any different in Firefox.
He's got a bunch of shit.
Right.
So this guy has a desk with a computer built into it with 3 monitors. That's cool. This dude has a bunch of shit that's all like, I don't want to be the dick and say it's all dated because when this came out, it was probably brand new. So he's got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and then this guy's just got a bunch of... It's like an IT department threw up.
Right. Yeah, if I'm screen sharing the site on mine here in Firefox, if you right click and just go to view image, it's pretty much the same size.
So fuck him. And the horse he rode in on.
You zoom in and enhance like that though.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So this dude basically wants you to look at really shitty pixelized versions of his stuff. Like he's got, how many keyboards do you need?
He needs all of the
and how many of these things can he use at once? Like he's gonna have a standing desk so he can walk around. Let me be over at computer 1. Now let me be over at computer 7. Now I got to walk over to 2.
Yeah.
I mean, really, this looks like a room that should be staffed. Like this looks like a lab you would see in like Big Bang Theory or something, where all the guys are at a station doing something.
Yeah.
Because all this crap, if he's not using all of it, well, first off, it's going to look like this. The screens are all going to be asleep.
Yeah.
No, they're not being fucking used. And they're going to be dirty and dusty. That mouse pad is gross. And
Well, is this like a computer repair shop or something?
I have no fucking idea. It's a server. You can't. There's no desk space. There's a screen and a keyboard on every fucking desk.
What is that thing here?
What thing?
Is that a server or something?
Either that or like a
something out of
big
War Games.
Well, here's a camera, a bunch of camera lenses
Yeah.
up in the corner. Workstations, because those need to be on all times. I bet his electric bill is probably out the ass. He's probably got a mining station in here he didn't tell us about. Yeah, what's this say? Mac Pro Beast UPS. Oh, that's a UPS rack with audio, networking, and power. VMware. 24 gigabit ports. Yeah, in 2013, even if you had a gigabit port, I bet you he didn't have gigabit. Even if, he might have been, I don't know what country he's in, though. If he's in another country, he might have faster internet.
Yeah, if he's a miner, he'll be like, he gets last automatically.
I mean, even so, this is like, okay, you have terabytes, and what are you doing with them? What do you fucking do? Look at these guys, thumb drives out the anus. He just went to the IT section and said, give me all of it. Just put it all in. Just
Yeah.
And like I get it. He's that's like his thing. I guess he likes buying, drives and shit. It's not aesthetically pleasing. Like, here's a Texas Instrument calculator printer. I don't know what the hell this is. And like Leon Lee mini servers. So he's got these mini servers here. What the fuck is what's he doing with this stuff? How much porn do you gotta have?
Well, it has 500 terabytes worth, I guess.
I mean, is he downloading Google one page at a time? And the thing is, all this shit, he's gonna have to switch out to Cat 6 at some point. all these monitors are only not even 720. What was the one? What was it like 400 by something? At my work, they had an HD webcam come in, and I brought it to IS, and I said, I know this isn't actual HD. What's their definition of HD? Is it even 720? And it was 900 and something, but that's not a standard. Like, I don't know. They said they only wanted it because it's the same size and the same model as the other ones they had. And I'm like, oh, because we could have did 1080 HD, but they didn't give a shit. So
it's like high quality. They like, some people like to put high quality in the title. They're meaning high def.
It had HD instead of HQ. But so yeah, I mean, this one is probably the most aesthetically pleasing because of the colors and the reflections and shit. This one probably second, just because you have the ability to customize the lights. I'm sure by now he's probably got bigger monitors. We just don't know.
What was this guy called?
Flarix is his username. 2012. And then your Stefan. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but he doesn't have like all these servers really could just sit in one corner. They don't have to be spread out through the whole room. He could have a couple 3D printers, make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Like all these desks and chairs. Does he have like a staff that's in here all the time? Because why is there nobody here? He's like, when it's dark, I have the lights on. It looks really cool. And what's it look like with daylight? When daylight, the lights are on, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
but
doubt that that's a him and hers thing, you know?
Well, he said his wife does something. I don't know if she works on it or is just whatever you got to do to leave me the fuck alone. I don't care.
That doesn't even look like a normal room. Like, is that like what was that? A door in the background, like the one where you could see down the aisleway of the computers.
Hold on, I'm getting up to that part. There's like a closet.
Yeah.
Difficult to take pictures like that because I'm so tall and holding the camera that high without knowing what you're aiming at.
Well, you could tell. I guess it's more of like a house because it's got like the sloped ceilings. So
I mean, that's the only way to really tell. When you look at the rest of it, especially when he has the lights out, it looks like a damn basement.
yeah,
It's like a server room somewhere. But I mean, he's got all this crap doing nothing.
yeah. How loud and hot is it in there? That's what.
Oh God, that's why he's got fans on the like right here. He's got fans just chilling when you're sitting there, blowing air on you, so you can even sit at the. Hold on, honey, I'm printing out our tax return. And I mean, he doesn't. This shit's not all cheap. Like he's got Herman Miller chairs and shit, and I can't even tell what is up with these. Oh, that's fuck this freelance question. Like this wall of boxes, I can't tell if it's like computer software or whatever. I mean, I don't get it. Oh, a gig of RAM for an NVIDIA 280M GT. Hold on. I gotta find out about this. Oh, is it the integrated? A notebook. Okay, so in his notebook, it's got that. So I mean, some of this. Well, anyway. Oh, he's got all the specs about every system oxygen, system cortex, system vortex. How many damn systems do you need, dude? Nitrous, Athena. So you start naming out the periodic table because that's the only thing with enough numbers. Zeus. Zeus is a server because it's super micro, Intel Xeon 6 core, 24 gigabytes. Well, I guess it's just a workstation. I don't know. He's got a bunch of shit. He's got cool stuff, but it's like I said, it's not presentable.
Yeah, like the first one was like really clean.
Yeah, like this one, you're like, all right, you walk in, you sit down, you play some games, and you look at some porn, and then you go home. This other guy, like this monitor this TV that's not even on in the left corner, that's more interesting to me than these 6, probably 20-inch monitors stacked in a row here.
I like that. What is that, like a clock or something?
Yeah.
Above the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that kind of adds to it too.
Well, I mean, it's just an accent. I mean,
well, I would have to say, I would agree with the first one, but I would probably say the last one gets second for me just for the terabytes alone.
I mean, he's got bigger monitors and he's got storage, so yeah. This one, I like the aesthetic a lot more, but like, I mean, it's older, so it's not a apples to apples comparison. But I mean, all he had to do, like, he had a big screen TV that takes an HDMI. Just hook it the fuck up to your computer, unless his computer couldn't handle it at the time. I don't see a picture of the computer, so he might have like, an XP machine. Who knows? So number one is Mr. Desk PC, huh?
Yeah. And we don't know we don't know what the internet says on these, so.
Well, it did. It should be easy to find later. I'm sure they're archived from thousands of years ago.
Well, it's not in Reddit. I just mean we don't know how many upvotes they have, so.
Oh yeah, because we'll just scroll through and read the tight, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? With all the asterisks. That was back before people were edgy. We can't have language like that on the internet. Our world is connected.
So edgy. Yeah.
I'm gonna porn this monster. I hope it's not disgusting.
Now everybody's doing the dab.
Dab. Oh God.
OGAWD.
Put the lid on before I spill it all over my expensive machine and get Doug all flustered.
Yeah, he'll come in with a whirlwind.
He came in like a wrecking ball.
Feel like you fucking weed.
Okay.
I told you.
That's a ugh. Ugh.
That was like me the other week.
Ugh. Ugh. What is this? Ugh.
Is that the black label you drink?
I already drank all that.
Are you drinking that Monster?
Yeah. Ugh. It get tasting back my mouth is worse. It's like salty. Oh, it's 480 milligrams of sodium. That's salt. So it's 20% salt.
What'd you order there, Frank? Something that's white and salty? What did you get there?
It tasted good when I swallowed it, but that aftertaste is fucking disgusting. Carbonated water, citric acid, sodium citrate, natural and artificial flavors, potassium sorbate. Ugh, this is rough. Okay.
I just let it get flat a little bit. It's just like that Kickstart where it actually got more tolerable when it got flat.
I'm just probably going to throw it the fuck away is what I'm going to do. I'll have to excuse myself and dump it. Okay, sir. Is that the last of your battle stations?
Yeah. What's your theme? Because I guess I sort of didn't have one.
Well, my theme is, I'm just going to say aesthetic. Aesthetic. You know, A space, E space. You know, how they spell it? Aesthetic. So here's the first entry. Booyah. Look. I didn't want to say like Vaporwave / Outrun / whatever, because they each kind of have a similar vibe while also being unique in their own circumstance.
Gotta appreciate the lava lamp.
Yeah. Got a lava lamp. He's got a keyboard. His tower. I admire the way he put monitor window on his tower that's about the same size as his goddamn monitors. So you look at it and you just see this big purpley pink light.
Yeah.
And then like underneath he's got those little blue lights. I don't even know what the hell they are. And then see his theme, his wallpaper matches to his lights, matches to his keyboard, even his Razer mouse. He has coordinated.
It's hard to get like two different kinds of monitors when you just have to work with two of them to get to look good, you know?
Right. He's got this theme sorted out. It all like it's gelling, right?
Right. The only thing I don't like is, and it's not really nitpicking, but it's just a personal preference. I don't like, like this separation of the colors on the keyboard where you have it like, that's like the older style keyboards where the, like the controls and shift and all that is like different color or whatever,
That's easy to fix, Ian. You're just fucking wrong.
Well, yeah, you could change in the software. I'm just saying, like, if it was my setup, I would probably just have all the color be solid or some kind of rainbow thing or something. I don't know.
Well, he's got to split them up because he's got the the pink and the blue there. I'm actually doing a similar color with my LEDs right now, pink and blue.
Oh yeah, I love the color setup.
It's just, he's representing them both there.
Yeah.
And like he's got pink on top, the blue in the middle, and then the bottom's got to have pink, but he didn't want it to be completely pink on the bottom, so he threw some blue in there to break it up. It's a color, it's a design choice there.
Yeah. I mean, there's different ways you could do it with the dual color. You could have like the WASD be like blue or purple or whatever, and then you could have a number pad. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's the was it the whole creative process.
The only thing that's not RGB is the keyboard.
Well, it's still got LEDs on it, and the way it reflects color, it's a design choice really, and it's
I wonder if they will ever come out with that in RGB keyboard.
probably they got ones that are like MIDI, like they're not actual keys, they're just like rubber with like I don't know if it's domes underneath or what, but
yeah.
So this one, I sent the comments and the picture doesn't show up without clicking on it. This guy went full hog here. Like, let me zoom enhance. So he mounted his monitors, or speakers, back behind every damn thing.
What kind of speakers are those? Those are like small speakers, huh?
Logitech, little shitty computer speakers. And then zoom enhance. He's got an Akai little MIDI controller. That's it's got little pads where you tap them with your finger, and they're literally like the drum pads on like synthesized drums. Doom, 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 doom. So
is that kind of like your theme, like a 2-monitor and MIDI setup or something?
no, it's just a lot of vaporwave is a type of music that also has an art aesthetic attached to it, and a lot of the people make music that are also into it. But yeah, he's got his little Corsair mouse and his keyboard. I'm not quite 100% sure what brand or make it is. I think it's Razer. What else? Got a little.
Yeah, what made you decide not to get like a Corsair mouse to match it? I mean, did you really need all those MMO buttons?
I like options. I really wanted I wanted the Corsair keyboard that had the macro keys, but to get the ones with actual mechanical keys was way more expensive than the one I bought. And
yeah,
I
like
wasn't.
the K90 was like, what is that, like 300 or something?
I wasn't going to buy a computer. Or I wasn't going to buy a keyboard with macro keys that were just fucking rubber domes on a mechanical keyboard. That's just stupid.
Oh, that's how they are?
Well, the cheaper ones, I think they actually make one that's all mechanical keys. But like I said, it's so expensive, it's stupid. And like he's got a nice little collection of I'm assuming these are VHS cassettes here. He's got Akira, RoboCop, RoboCop 2. Little Xbox controller here. I don't know if that's like his control the charger for his Xbox controller there. That clear looking light strip that plugs into his mouse pad. But that's kind of damn cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could get mods for the controllers, like LED ring mods and stuff for it.
Well, it's just like looks like it's just an accessory plug. He's got a little hard drive here, I think, a little card reader, whatever the fuck it is. He's got Steam open on the left with the Matrix wallpaper. He's got the little Yoshi from Nintendo, and in his tower, he's got. I'm sure all this is probably a white / other colors that reflect very well because he's just got the little rainbow. I don't know if it's LEDs or fans, but just they bounce off of that white, and it comes out really nice.
Yeah, this is kind of like a blue and purple too.
Yeah, blue, purple, pink on white. I mean, he matches the color. This image on his main screen here, he kind of matches those, within the computer. So, and then it plays off on the desk a little bit.
Cute.
So, he's got that going. And then, sorry, I'm afraid to take another drink.
Come on, you gotta get your money's worth, man.
I'm just gonna pour it down the fucking drain here in a minute.
Aren't those expensive too, the monsters?
Shut up.
Like, that's probably like $3 or $4, man.
No, I don't think it was that expensive. It was a new one. It was sugar free. I think it was like 2 for $3 or something like that. Because that's the only way I would have bought it. I wouldn't have said, "Oh," because it says sugar free right on it.
So you bought 2 of those?
I told you I got this one and a red one.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully the red one will be good then.
Well, I hope. I was just afraid. I went from drinking a purple drink. I didn't want to go straight into something red because I figured I want to be able to taste the difference, and I'm not liking this. So anyway, this one, zoom enhance.
This one's got like pink or purple and blue too. Got a whole color theme going on with your setups.
Well, like I said, aesthetic. You got Darth Vader. You got look at that tower hanging off the fucking. Looks like a one of those sit stand desks that goes up and down with a ring light. Now this person is a Twitch streamer. I think it's Twitch because I was reading in their post. Someone commented, "Oh, aren't you?" And they're like, "Oh fuck, someone recognized me just from my legs." That's their legs there in the front. So, you got a lot of black / gray here in the foam, and then you got, the black on the and gray on your nightstand and the, dresser and all that. Nice little TV. One of those stupid racer chairs, which I don't care, but
Yeah, that DX racer chair.
It says something about Children's Hospital on the back, so I don't know if that was like a gift. I don't know enough about them.
It's just like some kid on the spectrum or something.
No, this is a lady. Are you motherfucking zombie unicorn? And then blushes. Holy fuck! Someone recognized me by my legs.
Why would he get a gift like that though? Or she, I guess.
I don't know how you would get a damn I don't know how you would get a specialized razor chair that says something about a hospital unless
they're just a really terrible person and they like found a way to steal it or something,
Yeah, I mean, she also did a tutorial on how to use a DSLR as a webcam.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but that sounds like a lot of work, man. It's not bad looking.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent camera. That's not what you meant, is it?
I said she's pretty decent looking.
I thought you said it.
Yeah.
Meaning the picture quality.
But you're right either way.
Yeah, she wrote up a thing. When did she write this up? A year ago. So it's not ancient. Because I was, when they're like, "Oh, are you so and so?" And I was like, "Do they had other posts?" Because I don't know anything about them. But apparently they're a Twitch person, which is taken off.
Just makes it awesome alone. Pizza's always good.
Puppy.
Aw.
Little puppy.
That's a good puppy.
Okay, sorry, I had to open a tab there. Okay, close that out. Anyway, so kind of a wide shot, and then so that's my 3 for the night here. My first one is this dude here. Pretty simple. The second one was this guy.
Okay.
And the third was the chick with the crazy big stuff.
I didn't notice the soundproofing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know. And I think that's a ring light behind the monitor, so, you know, get better lighting.
Yeah, I want to get more squares for mine. You can get sets like you get 24 for like $30 now.
You got it on Amazon, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna do that, but I have pictures like I framed a couple pictures. I'm like, well, shit, I don't even know where I'm gonna put them. So I'm just gonna wait until I get my monitors figured out.
Right. So I would say probably 3, 1, and then 2.
Okay,
the first one
so
was pretty good.
So you like her setup? What is her name? Unicorn, the zombie unicorn. You like that one, and then this one, and then this one.
Yeah. I wonder if she likes zombies and unicorns.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I'd be comfortable at all of them. They all seem pretty cool. This one wins out though because there's a TV and a bed.
Yeah.
And you can see their washer dryer combo and shit. Like,
the only thing I would say is make the bed or something.
I mean, it looks like it's made. She's just laying on it.
Oh, I did not notice those were legs. I thought that was like a blanket.
Like I said she got noticed by her legs. They're like, "Oh, you're a zombie unicorn." But yes, I would go in the same order you did.
Okay.
Sweet. So is it time for the news, sir?
Station.
Yep. You know what time it is.
Exciting and interesting. Always informative. The news with Ian and Frank and Superman with a lava lamp in his nads. All right. First article of the night. Want to build a new computer from scratch? Play PC building simulator game.
Yeah, since we were doing Battlestation stuff, I thought this would be a cool sort of transition into the news.
Okay, that's very good. I have several articles about this, so that's why I said when I have several articles about the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
this one's popping.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long this has been out, but I guess it's kind of newer.
I'd heard about it, but I don't remember watching any videos, and now it's getting a lot more traction.
Yeah. Basically, this is like a step up, definitely from the PC Par Picker type of thing, where you actually get to visualize your computer build and everything, and it's actually like a game or whatever you pay for. I think it's like $20, I guess. It seems
I
kind
remember.
Of steep to me, but
I remember seeing it in the store, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy that.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, if it's something that interests you, I mean, uh, they're updating like the parts all the time. They have like I don't know how many like hundreds of like different like models that you could choose from. Like all the different EVGAs and Zotacs and all that different type of things for like the cards and the motherboards and stuff. They it's like
Mhm.
I guess it's being updated all the time. The list of cards that you could put in there.
And like I like the headlines like, you know, building PCs is the new sim and building PCs in this new sim is meta as hell. Or
Right.
PC building simulator is way more fun than building a real computer. Or
Yeah.
PC building simulator is most of the fun of building a PC without pricey GPUs.
Yeah. Well, but basically, I mean, it's not just building the computer. That's like one aspect of it. I mean, basically, you're playing as like a computer repair person, and like you can upgrade like your, uh, like I guess like your tools or methods or whatever to be able to repair the computers with. You get somebody that says, "Hey, I have this problem. It's like a virus problem," and then you have to go through and you know like like do trial and error stuff or whatever with the computer.
Hmm.
I'm not exactly sure how like what all it entails, but like as far as the computer part, like the computer building itself, like you can slowly get upgrades and stuff for the computer, like because I guess you can build one for yourself or for the customers, I think. But you have to take out like each individual screw and like I guess there's like cable management and stuff. Um,
Like it's not hard enough in real life. Let's make a virtual version.
yeah, right. But I mean, they even have like upgrades to the screws themselves, where they're like snap in screws or something to make the workflow easier. I don't know, but I guess there's a mode that you can play in a game where it's like you could do it all like you have like everything automatically, like just like a creator's, like what's that mode on, like the creation mode on Minecraft where you pretty much have everything
Hmm.
automatically and you're
Yeah,
just
like
trying to
God
build.
mode, basically.
Yeah. And so if you just want to go there and build whatever dream computer that you want, you could obviously do that. But yeah, they do have like a list on there where they're planning to implement. Like I guess they're gonna do things with the wire management, but and like coming out with more cards and stuff, and like some of the LED features I guess they're working on, and like because you could do like the RGB stuff on there. You look at your computer and it's actually like glowing. You could actually change the like the software virtually on the computer. Like how you normally would with the like what is that the Asus software or whatever.
Hmm.
Forget what was that called the Aura. It's kind of like that. But apparently you can upgrade some of the like the areas of your workstation there a little bit. But the one of the things that I like to see, and I think the one YouTuber was mentioning it that was talking about this that I got the idea from. He was saying that it would be really awesome if you could like totally customize like if this was like your personal, like office or whatever, where you could
Hmm.
customize like your desks and like mouse and keyboard and stuff. You know,
Right.
like the whole room, I guess, because you can walk around the room and you could go to the, like your computer screen. You could go to your computer, the other desk on the opposite side. So it's just like a work area, for working on computers.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Am I missing anything there that you think was kind of cool about it?
No, I mean just the if you've got the ability to do VR. I mean, if you don't, if your computer is a pre-built, but it's capable of doing VR, then it's fun to do. Or if it's is it only VR or is it like you can actually do it with just a regular? Let me look this up in Steam while
Yeah,
we were talking here because I haven't
I believe so.
I haven't actually. I saw it when I was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, it's just being able to walk around the shop and stuff. I'm surprised that they haven't, like made the whole like a whole office customization thing with it, for as immersive as it is,
It doesn't look like it has to be VR. It looks like it's just oh, hey, it natively supports 21 by 9, Ian.
It's really?
Mm-hmm. It's I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my wish list. It's early access. It's on sale now for $17.99 on Steam.
Oh, okay.
PC building simulator out now and has been joined by AMD. Well, that's good then. In partnership with AMD, Arctic, Cooler Master, Corsair, blah 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 blah. I mean, some people are negative. Here's potential, but motherfucker, it's early access.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's VR. It just says early access, so with an English interface. So I mean, if you just have it pre-built and you're thinking about building another computer, this looks like it could be a good option. I mean, there's a video, a couple of videos showing how it works on the Steam store page, and why the fuck not?
Yeah, I have to. Where is It might be on this list. I'm not sure. There was on the one video it showed like what the planned, like the planned. What do you call it? Their goals that they want to do for the future with it.
Right.
I actually I think I got the idea about it from that Ulrich guy. You
Yeah.
remember him?
Yeah, Tech of Tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because that article is a little bit shorter, but oh, actually, this was from Random Frank P. Nice. But yeah, if I'll let me go to my screen here. Do a screen share, and I'll just go through the video.
Uh-oh. Demonetized.
Oh, it kind of already works. So, yeah, you kind of like highlight the whatever item you're looking at. You could go through like a virtual shop to upgrade the things,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they have like each. That must be pretty meticulous, man. Going through each different type of, like manufacturers, like card and stuff. It's like how many different video cards are there?
Right.
There's like hundreds, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so they're trying to add water management, water cooling, overclocking, case modding, Steam trading cards. I guess you'll be able to get Steam achievements, and then further language support.
Right, because foreigners, non-Americans, I guess, like to build computers too. Everyone should learn how. I think it's so easy now. Really, there's no reason not to learn how.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, like
right.
add the fans and stuff. I mean, yeah, that I'd hate to have to model all that stuff,
Well, I'm sure, like they probably already have 3D models any fucking way. They probably just say, "Here you go."
Yeah.
You scroll down. I got your email here. Let me go to your next little article.
All right.
Hall of Steam's or half of Steam's $4.3 billion in revenue for 2017 was generated by just 100 games. Oh no.
Yeah, this one it's a little bit more of a negative one about Steam. I guess surprised that Doug's not on because he would be all over this, but
Lame.
basically
Next. 2017 was Steve's best year in terms of revenue. Steam revenue in 2017 is estimated to have to hit 4.3 billion, half of which can be attributed just to 100 titles out of the over 21,000 available in the service. Speaking during a GDC 2018 panel, Steam spies Sergey Galyankin said the $800 million revenue increase over 2016's $3.5 billion made from 2017 Steam's biggest made 2017 Steam's biggest year yet, and the $4.3 billion in revenue doesn't take into account sales of DLC, in-app purchases, or microtransactions. Out of the over 21,000 titles available on the Steam service, 7,696 were released in 2017. The biggest earner was PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. According to his estimates, PUBG has been purchased by 28 million Steam users, generating 600 million in revenue. The second best-selling game was Counter-Strike Global Offensive, the $120 million in revenue, followed by GTA 5 at 83 million.
yeah.
According to Galyankin, game needs to have sold $22 million in order to hit the top 20 on the service. Of those, the current top 27 were released before 2017 and include The Witcher 3, Dark Souls 3, Rainbow Six Siege, and others. Steam also saw an increase in users during 2017. It said that there are currently 291 million Steam accounts and 63 million were created just last year. In the last 2 weeks, 57 million players were active, and 25% of all users have played a game during the same time period. The rise in users is attributed to cyber cafes in China, where PUBG is a huge hit. I heard that.
Yeah. Well, the reason I brought this up because, like a lot of people think, they, like developers and stuff, they come to this platform and they think, oh, it's, it's like America. It's this great democratized thing where anybody can, like do really good, but it's like a really tough time to, be getting into it because, yeah, like a lot of the smaller developers and stuff, especially, are, like they're just getting crumbs, and it's just really unbalanced, I guess, right now.
Well, I mean, like, GTA 5 has been the top for a billion fucking years. Like, when did that game come out?
2013.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while. September 17th. Yeah. So it came out then. It's still full price at $60 fucking on Steam, I think. Let me look. Hold on. Let me check the store. Oh yeah, it was on sale. It was not that cheap. Grand Theft Auto 5.
They're supposed to be coming out with 6 here in a little bit.
Hold on, I gotta put in my stupid birth date. Even though I'm logged in, so we don't store your birth date. Because that would be, helpful. You could steal my birth date. No one gives a shit. It's on sale. It's normally $59.99. It's on sale for $29.99 right now. For a game that came out how long ago?
5 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's I get it. It's big. You can do lots of crap with it. But come on now.
Yeah. It's just it's kind of like out of balance right now. Like the big versus the little guys on there.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you make a good game, whether it's optimized well or not, and it sells. Because PUBG is not well optimized. Everybody says that.
Right. I guess it's just not like you might be able to get like a lot of people that are fans of it on Steam, but it's might not be as lucrative as you would probably like.
Yeah.
But I do have another. We were talking about GTA. We do have a
Random GTA
article
Online
about
player
this.
players are getting banned. What's going on?
So basically, this is about people getting, like they're getting banned before, like just having it installed before they even start playing the game. In some cases, because they have some kind of mod tools installed on their computer, and it's like the anti-cheat
There's an update.
detection system
Rockstar
that they
Games
have
appears
on
to have started to revert bans applied to affected accounts. They have a newer article. Online prefers restored profiles restored after players are randomly banned from GTA Online. So I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. If there's a fuck up, they kind of fix it. So
right.
it's like
But
they
I'm
make. I know Grand Theft Auto is like very well optimized. Like if you put whatever hardware on it, it'll play to however high you can kick it.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, if they're if you scroll through the article, they were talking about that they were like since they outsourced their customer support or whatever to a different company, they like they they were staying pretty tight-lipped about what was going on with this, and like why were people uh like why couldn't they get unbanned or whatever, and like anybody that would fill in a support ticket to or file a support ticket that was related to that, they would they just wouldn't, like that would just get removed then for some reason. So like I'm not sure. I mean, maybe they're like unbanning people, but I don't know if I doubt that everybody is like getting unbanned. It's hard to say if they're not really. I mean, if they're just unbanning some people, they're not really. They're kind of staying tight-lipped about it in
Right. If
general.
they're not fixing the problem, you think?
Right. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
It
it's
seems
like people were banned, and you don't know if they're fixing it or if they're just unbanning them.
Yeah, like they didn't they didn't make like 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 a public announcement about it. Like, hey, sorry, we fucked up, guys. What? This is what happened.
Right. They're
Maybe
staying tight-lipped.
maybe it's because like if you have any kind of like thing on your computer, I guess that was like the whole the Note did a news article about it where I guess if you have some kind of cheating tools or something installed on your computer, it'll detect it or whatever. But I mean, if that's the case, maybe I could understand why they wouldn't want to talk, because they don't want people trying to circumvent that shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Oh boy, you got a few articles here about YouTube. It looks like.
yeah. So in case, did you think you had there was more to be pissed off about YouTube? I mean, did you think you've already heard it all from YouTube?
I mean,
It fails,
all the guys I follow have been pissed off for a long time, and rightly so. This is their livelihood at this point. They said, "Oh yeah, you could be a partner. You'll make some money," and then people are like, "Okay," and then they drop their job and they make this a full-time career, and
making hundreds of thousands of dollars, or depending on
And now they go, "Okay, never mind. We're not going to push your shit up to the front." And it's popular shit. It's not the guys who are 1, 2 followers. It's guys who literally have thousands of them.
Yeah.
It's not me and you on the list. It's But yeah, this is some bullshit. I saw the highlights from this. I didn't watch the whole interview. I watched enough to get pissed off. You want me to summarize?
Yeah.
Basically, okay. In the early days of YouTube, you could subscribe to someone, and then you would be notified every time a video was posted, and that was good. And then they said, well, basically, if you follow somebody, you can go to your subscriptions and view it. But instead of just having a notification every time, now you got to click this little bell icon. And if you click that bell icon, you'll be notified then. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. Well, in this discussion, the transcripts, they explain that when you go live, I don't know if it's all the videos or just when you go live, your notifications are pushed out just to your main followers, not even all of them. Even though they all click the bell, not all of them get it. So they won't all get the notification, which I'm sorry, that sounds dubious, and that sounds like they're setting you up to fail because they set the stakes. They're like, well, we only will, give you money if you have this many followers, but we're only notifying half your fucking followers. You know what I'm saying? That they had the algorithm, they control the form. They not only control the format, they control the algorithm that, judges and, decides what the hell gets paid.
Yeah, it's really like they're trying to turn YouTube into some kind of like elite club,
Yeah, but like even the people in the club don't know what the fuck's going on. PewDiePie is still some of the recommended and only original content on YouTube Red, but then after he said a couple racist things, they're shying away from him, and they push somebody up until they decide, oh no, we don't want to do that, and it's a goddamn mess. It's like they have they don't want to be unadvertiser friendly, which was a big thing. I remember that, but now they're like, they want it's almost like they want their own content, but they don't want to make it. They just want to filter it out and pick the few people they want to endorse. Because like all my food reviewers got cut off. Yeah. Like they got, all my guys got picked off. I understand some, sponsors aren't not all sponsors are going to want to pay for bad food reviews, but there's an audience for it. Just by that nature alone, people should watch it. They should be able to see it if they want to. And
it's like they want like, I don't even really know what they want it, but it's kind of like they want some like happy-go-lucky video with, what's that popular music everybody's playing on YouTube now, like that tropical kind of sounding with the xylophones or whatever. What's that?
I have no fucking idea.
That thing you get with those sticks with the balls on the sticks or whatever.
That's a xylophone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they want because, it sounds like they have a vision, but no one fucking knows what it is. And you figure if you communicate with your creators a little bit better, because these people are giving up their livelihood to just make YouTube videos, and they're, have no concern at all for the other people. And, the creators are getting screwed and getting hosed.
And they won't tell you if you're getting screwed or hosed, and they won't tell you what they want from you.
Right. It's like, we fixed the problem so they don't get money. What was it from Office Space? He's like, oh, he was getting paid even though we didn't, he got fired years ago. So, we fixed the bug in the system. Oh, so you told him that he no longer works here? No, we fixed the bug in the system.
Yeah.
That's the exact same. You figure it out when you stop getting paid, then you'll stop doing videos. Maybe.
Yeah. It gets me mad because it's like, I mean, I was thinking about doing other videos and stuff, but it's like, it's really, I hate to say it, but it's like, it's impossible to get big unless if you fit in this specific mold that they want.
Unless you're lucky and you do a video that gets viral for no fucking reason, like your back catalog is just going to be dead. Because if it doesn't get views within the first, Matt Zion broke it down in that video I linked last week. If your video doesn't get views within the first 24 hours or so many days, it's just dead. And if you've got an AdSense video, if they flag it for demonetization, because like they do, because it's a new fucking video or your channel's not big enough, whatever. If it gets flagged in that time period that it takes for them to review it, it'll sit so long that it'll just be dead. So, I mean, and a channel that has thousands of old videos is just wasting their time. They gotta come on with something new every damn day. So, and what's this? The YouTube Creator Awards. What kind of bullshit is this?
Okay, so if you manage to get through all that bullshit and you get 100K or 1 million, subscribers. YouTube's pretty much saying you're not even like, I thought it was an automatic thing. Like once you get that, they like as long as you're cool with them, it's like automatically sent out, But apparently YouTube is saying, oh yeah, you get to apply for that shit.
What?
Yeah, YouTube says not all creators who apply for creator awards will receive them. So the creator awards are just silver play buttons, gold play buttons.
Yeah, you used to get a letter and a thing saying, "Hey, thanks for reaching 1 million subs. Here's your little." It was like diamond if you had billions of fucking followers, like a Michael Jackson award. You had the you were diamond if you were certified gold. You got a gold button. It's a fucking plastic button that they painted or whatever, fake plated, and they can't even send that out to you. They go, "No, you get to apply for it." Well, then no, I don't give a shit. Shove it up your ass.
It says YouTube's Creators Awards given to channels that hit certain subscriber milestones have become a point of controversy for being given out inconsistently. Now YouTube is finally acknowledging that some creators have long suspected. Reaching a milestone doesn't guarantee that you'll receive an award. For months, some creators have claimed that they weren't given the silver plaques associated with reaching 100,000 subscribers. When they reached out to YouTube to voice their concerns, the creators were reportedly told via email that they wouldn't be receiving plaques at the company's discretion. After numerous creatives came forth and popular YouTube drama channel Drama Alert reported on it, the company finally issued a statement. Creator awards are benefits that creators can apply for when they reach 100K or 1 million subs. YouTube tweeted, not all creators who apply will receive awards, but that's not to say it's arbitrary.
Even though it is.
Okay. Yeah. Although YouTube has the freedom to decide who receives a plaque and who doesn't, critics are asking for the company to be more transparent with its content criteria. YouTube's Creators Awards site currently says this on the subject. Creator awards are given at YouTube's sole discretion, and we only recognize creators that have played by the rules. Each channel is reviewed before an award is issued to keep the playing field fair. That means rewarding creators that keep their accounts in good standing with copyright strikes, community guideline violations, or artificially increased subscriber counts, among other criteria. And it's a lack of specificity with that other criteria that the community is concerned about. One of the YouTubers, Trusted Flaggers, who goes by Ben on Twitter, asked the company for more details. The page you link to states, "We keep it honest," Ben wrote. However, you haven't disclosed what, among other criteria, means, which is clearly the only reasons stopping many of these channels receiving their award. These creators deserve to know the actual reason. And one of the channels that I do watch that this talks about is because he did a video on this, and this is what made me decide to do this article. The proprietary of MKP Studios, a channel with more than 100,000 subscribers, said he received an email from YouTube saying that the company would not give him a plaque due to the nature of his content. MKP Studios uploaded a video discussing his confusion over being denied the plaque, despite meeting the criteria, and explaining how hurtful YouTube's decision was. The main point of me making this video was not to cry about me not getting an award. He wrote that in a comment section. It's to simply state that YouTube is favoring other similar channels and awarding them with this award. It's just shitty that YouTube is saying if you're not making the content they agree with, you mean nothing to them.
Right. Which is not what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get the award for, a milestone in your, achievement. And now it's like, no, we don't think you deserve it because we don't want to give it to you.
Yeah. And in the video that he talks about this, he said in the email, they say, oh, it's because of the genre, the horror genre that your videos are in. So yeah, that's not these milestones were not supposed to mean, you know, that you fit within a certain mold. They were supposed to mean that you get this. It's based just purely on numbers, you know.
Yeah,
And as
it's
long as
bad.
you're
And
not,
it's hard enough to get 1 million subscribers. Oh, you get 1 million subscribers, but you do. It's not like they're saying you do porn or something. Oh,
right?
by the way, remember they'd always said, "Oh, you can't beat YouTube. There's nobody that can beat Google." Pornhub is being touted as a real possible YouTube alternative. Even the company's community manager says it's possible. YouTube's crackdown on hate speech, bullying, and conspiracy theory videos has sent some in search of alternatives, and it looks like Pornhub might be the answer. The search began when people began posting screenshots of gun videos, content that YouTube recently announced it was placing stricter restriction on, then ended up in Pornhub's Safe for Work section. Gun videos are now part of a YouTube policy prohibiting certain kinds of content that are strictly prohibited and will be removed from the website. According to the policy, this covers any video that, and there's a description. Many gun owners, seeing this as an attack on their values and political affiliation, took to Facebook and Twitter to accuse YouTube of censorship. YouTube has been trying to figure out how to keep its site as family-friendly as possible and show it is taking action after multiple mass shootings across the United States. YouTube has been criticized in the past when videos pertaining to guns and gun violence wound up on the platform's trending section or were recommended potentially to young viewers. While YouTube is taking action against firearms contents on a platform, Pornhub doesn't have similar rules. The only condition in Pornhub's prohibited use section that may pertain to gun violence is one saying users cannot post any content that is obscene, illegal, unlawful, defamatory, libelous, harassing, hateful, racially or ethnically offensive, or encourages conduct that would be considered a criminal offense, give rise to civil liability, violate any law, or is otherwise inappropriate. So, and their president said something. Basically, they have, like, I'm not a big Pornhub person, but I've heard about it on the radio because Netflix was going to do achievements. If you if you watch so many seasons of this show, you've won blah blah blah. And I originally thought that was like 360, Xbox, whatever. Oh no, actually, their Reddit pointed out that they're lifting this straight from Pornhub, and the guys on the radio were reading the achievements that you could get from Pornhub, and then they started reading the comments section, which usually is a disgusting, sad place. I've read many articles on just the comments in porn, websites.
Yeah.
And because a lot of them are just sad and they're like actually trying to talk to the person in the video, even though they're a professional, and it's sad and depressing. But these are actually funny because they're like a community. They actually, like, one, I don't even know what the video was, but the comments were like, "Hey, my sister's bringing her stepson along, and he's vegan, and I don't know what to cook him for dinner." And they have a whole discussion about shit like it's a fucking Facebook post because they're a goddamn community, and it's hilarious and weird. And other than employers blocking it because of the title, I know it's safe for work technically, but work will not support my work. I know a lot of people's work would not support just going to Pornhub.com. But
Right.
given that, I mean, like they said, it's hard to can you take down Google? Well, I don't know. Porn broke down a lot of it brought it won out VHS over beta because there was porn on it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they definitely have the funds to do something like that. I mean, they were going to do a video in outer space,
right.
But yeah, it's just with the YouTube thing. Like I said, these it's just like it's becoming harder and harder. You really got to fit into this elite club, to be able to do it.
Yeah, they it's like they're trying to control you. Like I understand you're technically an employee, but you're a free agent. You can't play by the rules if they don't tell you the rules, and that's not.
You're really a contractor,
Yeah, they can't. Legally, you could sue them because they're not telling you what to do. They're just telling you when you violate it, and that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, they if you're not doing any, if you're in good standing with them, and it's just the content or the if it's even just fitting in the genre, then like that's not right unless if everybody in that whole genre, if they're shutting that whole genre down, then
Right? Why even
it's not
have
really
it if you
fair.
can't use it?
Yeah. Right.
We'll do it. We won't condone it or support it or help anybody. Well, if you want to do it,
Yeah. Well, I hope, like this guy, the MKP
Mhm.
guy, and other YouTubers, because like he was featured on that article, and then I think a couple other channels were talking about him, and like he said in the video, he was they were able to get him in touch with this, like, some kind of guy in YouTube that was like, in the upper echelons of YouTube or whatever, but
Mhm.
that ended up being a dead end because although they had emails back and forth, he never was able to, like, he was like, sure, I'll get this sorted out for you and stuff, but I guess because he did an update video on it, and I guess it's so far it seems like that's been a dead end. But since he's gotten so much support and like from the community and stuff, and lots of other YouTubers have as well, I'm sure it's a big thing right now. They should just make like a whole, just like, because that's probably pretty easy to make a plaque like that, because it's
Oh yeah,
just like a metal casting, or
yeah,
something.
there's been like how tos. People made fake ones and stuff. I think you can technically buy them on fucking eBay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. You could just buy them one, I like that. That would be pretty cool because like, and you could really feel that you earned it because you did get that many thousand subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
But soon it'll be like where you can only, if you want to make money, you have to get that, like you have to have
Right.
a silver play button.
Right.
'Cause it's
I
already
don't know
at
how they
10,000 or
expect.
whatever.
Do they really expect the average person who's making videos on their own to have 100 million subscribers, and not do that full time? Even if you have a
Can't even
staff.
play a video game on the weekends.
Right. So speaking of video games, third-party docs are bricking Nintendo Switch consoles after firmware update. I'd heard about
Yep.
this. What's the main word here, sir?
Well, basically, as you said, I forget, there was like a certain brand or whatever, but like it's kind of like, you remember those like the Mad Catz controllers and stuff like that, you get at the game store for like the
Yeah.
Xbox or
Yeah.
PlayStation or whatever. The Logitech ones, I guess, don't they make some?
I
I know
have
they
no
make
fucking idea.
generic controllers for the computer, but I forget if they did any for the consoles. But Logitech was a good brand, but in general, it's kind of iffy with the third brands, because a lot of people like to buy them because they're $30, like they're cheaper or whatever. And with these, like if you want to have multiple docks in your, like you have multiple TVs and stuff,
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
portable device. You could pick it up and carry it to the next room, and
yeah. So you just want to, you don't want to have to spend a fortune on getting all these for each room. It's like you get this third party thing for just like $30 or $40. And that sounds really good, except that
it breaks the
when you
fucker.
get, it either bricks the thing, or at the very least, a lot of people are saying that it's like erased all their saved data in all their games or whatever.
Wow.
Like a whole bunch of firmware related things.
Mm-hmm.
It ranges from, I guess. So the worst is the bricking, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, leading up to possible death. Oh, wait a minute.
Possible death. What the?
I mean, you figure they'd have to pass a certain standard with Nintendo before they could sell them. But, are these like just Chinese knockoffs? I mean,
I guess so. Like I said, I forget the brand that they were mentioning, or if it was any kind of third party.
Because I know like a bunch of, like third-party phone chargers and stuff are like El Cheapo.
Yeah, but
And
usually, like if it's like really cheap, the thing that you're getting that's third party just breaks down itself. You know, it doesn't like fuck up your whole system.
Well, like, your phone cord could break at the end and catch fire.
Oh yeah, you have that, I guess. But as far as a controller, like gaming wise, usually it's just the controller or the charger pack or whatever that
Right.
just goes to shit. Your $300 system or whatever isn't supposed to go to shit with it.
Right.
But I don't know. But I guess they're gonna be trying to fix it or something. I guess I don't know.
They say that.
They say that. But yeah, I figured that would be another one for Doug because he'd be like, I fucking told you this Nintendo sucks.
Right. Should have bought a Mac.
Mac
Donald
doesn't
Glover's
make
Deadpool FX show
Shut up. And
was canceled because of Taylor Swift joke. Really?
yep, like I said, they're all Debbie Downers here.
Much to the dismay of Deadpool and Donald Glover fans, the actor and writer's attempt to bring the franchise to life as an animated TV series on FX has been permanently canceled, and Taylor Swift is all to blame. While Swift didn't personally have anything to do with the FX shutting down Glover and his brother Stephen Glover's Deadpool show, it was a joke about her that led the network to cancel it. There really was a Taylor Swift episode, Stephen Glover wrote on Twitter in a since deleted tweet, which the Wrap posted a screenshot of. It was hilarious, and definitely was the last straw. The brother of Atlanta Star also added, our show wasn't too black. It wasn't really that black at all, but we definitely wanted to give Rick and Morty a run for the money I think we have. Proud of the game. I mean,
were you looking forward to the show though?
Yeah, I like Deadpool and I like him, so it's horseshit. Fuck Taylor Swift. Even if she personally didn't do it, no, somebody that she had influence over saw it and said, no, I can't approve that.
I just think of Danny Glover when I hear his name though.
Danny Glover.
Is he his son?
I have no fucking idea.
It's just sad, because like that, they made the whole season, didn't they?
I don't know what they did.
Because I thought it was saying that they made it to the end of the season, and I don't know if they're going to release the whole season and then it's just going to be canceled after that, or if they're just not going to put any of it out.
I was going to say that because of one stupid joke. It's awful rough.
At least give us a season,
Right? I mean, that's stupid. Because, you could say, no, I want to see it anyway. But
yeah, well, it's just more censorship, man. It sucks.
Yeah, fucking dumb. And if she didn't have anything to actually do with it, which I think she did, it was overly sensitive assholes who are afraid of something happening, which is bullshit.
People are just too uptight nowadays, man.
Yeah. Is that your last news story, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a little sound bite?
Oh, you get the typewriter. Hopefully you have a little bit more upbeat articles.
Well. I'll wait till I get there. Hold on. It's a long one. Okay.
It's already dropped the sad bombs.
So, I got a few here about graphics cards. Power Color launches Red Dragon RX Vega 56, lays groundwork for mini ITX Radeon RX Vega. This one I had to throw in here because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I read the article and I'm still confused. PowerColor has released this new graphics adapter based on AMD's Radeon RX Vega 56 GPU and paired with its own custom PCB. The new Red Dragon RX Vega 56 is based on a rather tiny PCB that would fit easily in many ITX builds, but ships with a massive triple fan cooling system that only fits in enthusiast class PC cases. So, if you look at it, the actual like card itself stops where that PCB is, but then the cooling, the big ass radiator and or the heat pipes and the fucking fans are twice the size of the card. So they're like, yeah, it could fit, mini ITX. Of course, it'll have an extra fucking fan hanging off the end of it. So, like,
well, if you do a custom water loop and play it on it like Jay does, then I guess you could do it.
Well, I mean, why do it with the? I mean, I don't know, maybe, but that would require taking all this. You buy it because you want the extra fans,
right?
I mean, really, I mean. I didn't read all the specs to see what the performance is supposed to be. It's just I thought the form factor was something different, and I didn't know what to assume, so I figured I'd share.
But it's like you said, kind of defeats the purpose, though.
Right? It's like, hey, it's a here's your new Vespa. It's got a fucking truck bed in the back. What? By the way, NVIDIA GeForce 11 series, that's what they're calling it. It's not going to be the 2080. It's going to be the 1180.
What?
Yeah. Instead of the 1080, and then it's going to be the 1180 instead of the 2080.
Oh, well, I guess that would kind of make a little bit more sense if they're going in hundreds, I guess, just 100 more than the 1280 and...
Don't you fucking try and make sense of this shit now.
Well, isn't that what they were doing? They were going
I don't
700,
fucking know.
800, 900, 1000, now 1100.
Sure. Anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, the launching around July. Hynix GDDR6 production schedule reveals. So the thing is, this is that shit that they're touting. Oh, this is going to have this great cinematic quality that doesn't even exist yet, and no one's going to fucking be able to buy. I have a second article about the same thing, I think. Yeah, well, I think I was meant to have this last week, but I have a text. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, this is an article where they said it's going to be the 11 series, not the 20 series. Sorry, my wife's texting me. But yeah, if you wanted to read a whole thing about it other than just my words.
I finally got this thing off.
What thing off?
This thing.
Oh.
Finally came off now. See, this thing had to be painted.
Mm. Unit article. By the way, did you read that MSI was saying some crazy things about AMD graphics cards?
No, I didn't.
Hold on, I gotta add buffering. I've got to pause it. Okay. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and there sure is a thick haze of smoke accumulating around NVIDIA's GeForce partner program. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway. But on MSI's Facebook page, they were doing the. Granted, this is not. I mean, it's MSI Gaming's fucking page, so it's somebody that is paid by MSI. Was saying that. What did they say? Oh, everyone's all up the buzz about the NVIDIA partner program. They're either on board or totally not. And MSI, later in the comment, rep on MSI's Facebook page asked, Does this program mean you won't be making any more AMD graphic cards in the future and your laptop desktop models will be entirely NVIDIA GPUs? The response, it was up to par with performance. MSI will definitely be able to do so. The pair of comments from MSI social media representative was in response to their followers calling out the company on their assumed involvement with NVIDIA's GeForce Partner Program. These comments occurred after the apparent removal of Gaming X branded Radeon cards from MSI's website. First of all, this is obviously not a corporate approved statement. It is written by someone unprofessionally interjecting a personal opinion in the mix. Still, it is posted by someone running this page hired by MSI to do so. So basically, they said, well, if they're up to snuff, but they're not. Then MSI backpedaled. This is an update on their comments. And I have a following article about that. It's actually kind of funny. Because I saw this article, and then several days later, 3 days later, they deleted it. Imagine that. MSI apologized.
Before you get into that, though, like, is the main fear with this is we're going to lose MSI to NVIDIA then?
I mean, yes. Basically, the someone was like, so are you just going to get rid of all your AMD cards? And they're like, if they're up to par, then we'll make them. And that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, basically. Because MSI is like, oh no, Jack, we want that AMD money.
What did you want to explain if you didn't catch our show the other week or whatever?
NVIDIA says, hey, fuck you. You're with us or you're against us. That's all you got. And pissed off a lot of people.
Well, when I sent it to you, you're like, it's not a big deal.
Well, I don't care about it. I don't care about NVIDIA. And if they're so stupid if you're so stupid that you want to sign up with a company that charges you money to make products for them that might make you money versus making FreeSync panels that are, as far as I know, free design to make, that are compatible with, FreeSync cards that we know will make money, you're a fool.
Yeah.
Because the elitist snobs amongst the PC builders will, an AMD card. Oh, I didn't know you want a house heater. It just isn't up to stuff. Okay, yeah. If you want to pay $1,000 for a fucking card with 4 ports, go right on ahead. Right. I mean, yeah. Granted, yes, these inflated prices are above MSRP right now, but if you look back, the MSRP for an AMD card is nowhere near what an NVIDIA card is. So if you're doing price to performance, really, yes, okay, sure. The Vega did not crush the 1080. But the thing is, price-wise, if it hadn't gone up because of the goddamn miners, then it wouldn't have been a problem. And MSI was trying to, whoever was running the MSI Facebook page basically jumped the gun and said, oh no, we're only going to take the, NVIDIA ones. They're good enough. And somebody actually saw this with some fucking sense and said, no. Are you out of your fucking mind? Those miners are eating up the AMD cards like crazy. No one's buying the fucking GeForce cards for mining. Are you insane? Right. They don't mine as well. They're more expensive. No.
Yeah, but basically this partner program, it's only benefits the the manufacturer. It doesn't like this. It's only bad for us consumers,
Yeah, basically, if you like Asus and certain other vendors, they've been blackballed basically to only produce for NVIDIA, and that's a shitty practice. And
it might be even illegal if you really dive into it.
It is. It's there are different terms for it. I'm not going to get into it. I just say these are shady business practices, which is why I do not endorse NVIDIA. Never mind that they're paying out the ass for performance that they claim is best that hasn't been updated in years. And I don't see the benefit. Explain to me how at this point a damn, anything past the Pascal architecture is going to, improve anything you see on a, in a game or on a panel today in a consumer level. No. If you're buying a Volta card and using it for deep learning, sure. But whatever comes out for the 11 series, we're gonna have to wait until the next round of video games comes out for that to even matter.
Yeah, I should have done. Did we do an article about the ray tracing last week?
I had several of them in my thing about how they were talking about it before they even announced the card, basically.
Yeah, because that was like the whole revolutionary thing. That was like the ray tracing.
It's gonna be just like cinema grade game. Just like they said that games don't use more than 16 gig of RAM. This shit isn't even implemented. Hell, they barely use DirectX. What are they up to? 12 now.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But I thought AMD was already. They were even starting to do the ray tracing stuff too, and you didn't have to. They're not going to have it where you're going to have to buy a crazy, like
well, I couldn't
$3,000
find
card.
to back it up, but coworkers of mine were saying that how Xbox supposedly the next gen or whatever is going to have FreeSync, and eventually they're going to be pushing FreeSync onto not just monitors but televisions, and then your bullshit Titan isn't going to be worth a fuck because your nice expensive TV has a FreeSync feature that you're not going to be able to fucking use. And even if you have a console, you're going to be able to use FreeSync. So that's a game changer.
Right. And
but
now
I couldn't find
you
out.
were saying MSI though they're apologizing.
Yes. So to get back to my original statement, Mr. Ian, you got to go back to a goddamn article we talked about last week. If they want to read about the NVIDIA partner program, they can watch Linus. I'm sure he talked about it. Anyway, so this, and then he kissed their ass, I'm sure, because he's got their dick in his mouth. Anyway.
Well, so he admitted to that shit with Intel, didn't he?
I don't know. Anyway, MSI, let me fucking get this out so we can move on. MSI managed to incense a spat on Facebook followers when a rep for its MSI gaming page in India, this wasn't even America, but it's India, which, I mean, it makes sense. They have a lot of gamers there, suggests that AMD graphics cards are not worthy of its Gaming X brand. The comment came in response to a follower accusing MSI of siding with NVIDIA. And Forbes, blah, blah. So, yeah, basically they backpedaled and said, oh, no, we'll be taking money. We want your monies.
I'll take that paper.
By the way, since we're talking about gaming, close this page out here, go to this. Of course, people are using KFC's new Twitch emoticon for racist jokes.
What?
Twitch, a platform that notoriously dealt with racist chat spam for years, recently added an official Kentucky Fried Chicken chat emote that depicts a bucket full of Colonel's original recipe. You can probably see where this is going. The emote launched over the weekend as part of a Players Unknown Battleground promotion for streamers, blah, 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 competing to earn as many chicken dinners as possible. If you play PUBG, if you win, you get a chicken dinner. Viewers, meanwhile, could fire off the new KFC emote when streamers made it to the winner's circle for a chance to take home chicken dinners of their own form of KFC gift cards. The emote, though, is global, meaning that anyone on Twitch, whether they're involved in the promotion or not, can use it. It did not take long for the KFC bucket to start appearing alongside Tryhard, an emote of streamer Tryhex's face that jerks like to spam when black people appear on screen. Upon finding out about the existence of the KFC emote, Trihex himself was astounded. Come on, he said during a stream on Friday. Someone's got to get it together, man. I'm laughing because I'm dying inside. Do you know black people work at Twitch? So, yeah, and I got another little article about the same thing. I mean, it's
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
It's the people that are in the chats on Twitch are some of the low hanging fruit. But yeah, at least more racist abuse 3 days ago. I mean, I went global. God damn it. This is why we can't have nice things. Oh, and speaking of racist bullshit on Twitch, so Ninja is a guy you'll always see the headline makes $500,000 a week, playing from his bedroom. Yeah, so he was listening to a song on his stream and he was rapping it, and the N bomb is in there, and he didn't censor himself, which is stupid because A, he's white, B, his name on his handle is Ninja. Most white guys I know substitute in the word ninja for that word when they rap. But anyway, this article isn't specifically about him. Twitch explains how suspensions over conduct are handled after Ninja incident. That's what they're calling this, the Ninja incident. The streaming community is under magnifying glass once again after Tyler Ninja Blevins, arguably the biggest Fortnite streamer, dropped a racial slur during a Twitch stream. Blevins later apologized on Twitter, saying he didn't want to offend anyone and chalking up to a giant misunderstanding. Unlike other streamers and YouTubers who have been called out for using racist language during a stream, Blevins wasn't using it against the player or referring to anyone specific in his Fortnite match. But yeah, he was rapping along to a song by Logic. He explained, I wasn't even trying to say the word. I fumbled lyrics and got tongue-tied in the worst possible way. Yeah, you could tell he fucked up. I mean, he wasn't trying to say it, but... Questions turn to what type of behavior can lead to a suspension or ban on Twitch and whether Blevins will face action himself. Other popular streamers like Steven Destiny Bunnell of Washington have faced retaliation. Use the word. And then again, streamers who have let the word slip have it played in a song they're playing on stream or even see it flashing in their own chat haven't gotten suspended. So yeah, their own guidelines aren't very good. The first one is listed as race, ethnicity, or national origin. Guidelines also state, however, the Twitch team will consider a number of factors. Ugh. So basically, it's kind of fucking muddy.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're the thing. I mean, if you're not on YouTube, I mean, yeah, you can watch Pornhub, but more likely you're watching Twitch. And a bunch of assholes sitting in their living rooms and walking around, and real people talk like this. They say dumb shit that they wish they couldn't say.
Ninja, please.
See, that's all he had to do. But he was rapping. He wasn't paying attention. He's, oh, fuck. Rare to abandon Sea of Thieves death cost following complaints. Right, this is another thing. Fortnite's a big thing. Sea of Thieves, a bunch of my coworkers have been getting into this one. Shortly after the release of Sea of Thieves last week, Rare announced that it planned to introduce a new penalty upon death. Basically, every in-game death will be met with what came to be known as the death cost, a fine or in-game gold. Presumably, this was designed to incentivize a fairly important part of the game, staying alive. The announcement was met with criticism, mainly because Sea of Thieves in-game gold is hard enough to get as is. The game's hefty grind is one of several complaints its players base on the moment, so Rare is ditching the tax. So basically, you have to close this fucking ad.
You have to close the ad?
Yes. I don't know why I have to. I need to just tell them to not play ads. Anyway. But yes, you play and your in-game goal can be taken away if you die. So like, well, just don't die. But the shit's hard enough to get already, so people are bitching. So like, we're not gonna do that. I mean, it's just like in Fallout they made survival mode. It was an option. If you don't have enough of a challenge, try this harder version.
Yeah. What were the different modes in Wolfenstein? Like there was like
don't
baby
hurt-
mode and then
yeah,
man
there's
mode.
can I play daddy? Don't hurt me. Come get some, death incarnate. I was playing under come get some, and I'm like, this is too fucking hard. So I put under don't hurt me, and that one I still wearing a power suit. I get a couple of shots and I'm dead. I'm I'm up. I'm dying. Anyway, by the way, Far Cry 5 shovels. Players are obsessed with these damn things. Fucking advertisement. You can skip this ad in 1 second.
I thought I'm supposed to have the extension for that by now.
I haven't been at my computer since last week, Ian. I was laying in bed, if you remember. Far Cry 5 has lots of weapons, ranging from throwing knives to heavy machine guns, but none have captured players' imaginations quite like its shovels. Can you dig it? Just a few days after its release, Far Cry 5 managed to elevate the handling of a gardening tool from a chore into an Olympic sport that's both strangely elegant and super deadly. The game's melee weapons, including baseball bats, sticks, and lead pipes, can all be thrown, but only shovels can actually impale their targets. Their little gif. Simply equip the item from your weapon wheel, hold the left trigger to aim, line up the shell with the aiming reticle, and then let it fly with the right trigger. Humans, bears, even helicopters, nobody is safe. So yeah, there's videos and shit on that. I just think that's funny that, it's a high-tech game, and what are you doing? You're fucking running around with a damn shovel.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many trailers of it. I'm trying not to get sidetracked until I get some hours in Wolfenstein. And plus, I want to wait for prices to go down for new stuff.
Yeah. Well, it seems like Fallout and Far Cry are both, like pretty much the same numbers, because I'm sure they're going to come out with the Fallout 5 this year, probably.
I don't know. It takes a while. I mean, I know it was their most popular game, so they're probably going to speed it up some, but The Witcher is still, or not The Witcher, the Elder Scrolls series is kind of important too, so. By the way, Valve has 1,700 CPUs working nonstop to bust CSGO cheaters. Meet VacNet, the deep learning system Valve used to smash CSGO's hacking problem. All popular multiplayer games fight never-ending battles against cheaters, but as Counter-Strike Global Offensive rose in 2014 to become the most played FPS in the world, a few things made it particularly susceptible to hacking. I can't close it. As the 10th game released on Source and the third mainline CS, there were already piles of knowledge on how to tamper with Valve's engine. Hacks built for ancient stuff like Half-Life 2 Deathmatch could, with a few minutes tweaking, perhaps function in CSGO, although Valve says that they'd be trivial to detect. Design-wise, the traits that make CSGO a skillful game of angles and accuracy also make cheats more effective. Weapons are highly lethal, so putting those guns in the hands of aimbots makes them even more devastating. So basically, this is a little how it works. Is awful boring to explain, so I just leave this article in there. But speaking of trolls and bots, this leads right into my next story. Microsoft, I've got a few articles here with different angles, comes for the trolls with offensive language ban on Xbox. Beginning in May, Microsoft will begin enforcing some new rules for users of its products, and a lot of people aren't going to be happy when the ban hammer comes swinging.
I wanted to do this one. I forgot about this one. This one was kind of pissed me off too, man.
Well, I got a few here. Hold on. Microsoft will begin enforcing some new rules for users and products, and people aren't going to be happy when the ban hammer comes swinging. According to the new user agreement, people can have their accounts suspended or closed for violations, including offensive language. Microsoft notified users about an update to its terms of service over the weekend. One user, John Corbett, a law student and civil rights advocate, first pointed out in his blog that across Microsoft services, You can now apparently ban for publicly displaying or using the services to share inappropriate content or material involving, for example, nudity, bestiality, pornography, offensive language, violence, or criminal activity. Corbett took issue with the vague term being used and wondered aloud whether this meant that he could lose his accounts for an adult video call with his girlfriend or graphic violence that will apply to violent video games. So, yeah, there's a whole discussion.
So, like, this is very widespreading. This isn't just like the Xbox or whatever. This is like using like Skype and all that stuff.
Yes, hold on. I got several articles because that one I tied this in with the gamer thing because they threw out Xbox, but yes, it's in Microsoft's terms of service. So Skype, Xbox, Office, and other services. So it's kind of far-reaching. It's not just. I mean, I understand the trolls that the kids that are playing Xbox all day and cursing and saying the N-word. Yeah, but then, like the guy said, if you upload, graphic pictures or whatever, or if you're having a Skype call with your girlfriend.
They were saying even like Cortana or whatever. So like if you're saying like, hey, Cortana, fuck you.
Sorry, your account has been deleted. I mean, it's.
And that like the vagueness and stuff was what was really pissing a lot of people off.
We haven't figured out what we're going to do to you yet, but we're gonna. So I got 3 articles here. And one links to his blog and a Reddit post about it, and Reddit is full of all nice juicy tidbits.
Yeah. Eventually, they might as well just, because it's going to get to that point. Eventually, the terms of service is just they're just going to be like, it's whatever we want.
Yeah, we don't like that shit.
We're not responsible. Like they might as well just save themselves all the effort. Like we could do. If you want to use this, service or whatever, we can do whatever we want. Like we could take it away or
subject to change without notice.
Yeah,
just because we feel like it and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous,
Yeah.
I mean, did you have any other details about it, or?
I mean, like I said, these are 3 articles that are in the email I included. So,
what's the Reddit thing you're talking about that was really
the first guy that said that he noticed it and pointed this out? He pointed out on his blog, and he also did a Reddit post. So I didn't click on the link because it's buried in a bunch of text. But I'm sure, the Reddit guys has stuff to say.
Yeah.
It's like, Doug, they have opinions? No. Not them, do they? There's probably a whole subreddit now. Fuck Microsoft and their ass. Speaking of Microsoft, they're ready for a world beyond Windows. Cloud and AI are Microsoft future bets. We want to move from people needing Windows to choosing Windows to loving Windows. That is our bold goal, said Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella 3 years ago. At the time, Microsoft was unveiling more details about Windows 10 and surprising people with technologies like the HoloLens headset. It was an exciting time of opportunity and optimism that had Microsoft betting on people loving Windows so much that Windows 10 would be running on 1 billion devices within 3 years. Neither wager worked out, which is fine because Windows, as we know, it is no longer critical to Microsoft's future success. Microsoft announced a new reorganization yesterday. It's the 4th major shuffle inside the company over the past 5 years, and the most significant until his tenure. Microsoft is splitting Windows across the company into different parts. Terry Myerson, a 21-year Microsoft veteran, is leaving the company in his role as Windows chief. The core development of Windows is being moved to a cloud and AI team, and a new team will take over the experiences Windows 10 users see, like apps, start menu, and new features. There's a lot of shuffling going on, but Nadella's 1,300-word memo leaves little doubt over the company's true future, cloud and AI. So, I mean, before they took out the test market, which is what Barnacules was, so now the bug fixes were the bug fixes. They push it out and they hope that we find the problem and tell them. And now fucking who needs Windows? We'll fucking do whatever we want. We control it all anyway.
Yeah. Right.
So
We are getting close. Well, I mean, I don't know how close we are, but I do foresee it's gonna end up being like a dystopian future where like corporations are all in control, you know?
well, I mean, because we're with Apple and everything, they got the walled garden and PC. They said, well, it's all on the hardware, and no, it's actually the software that was running. And now I don't know how they're going to try to lock it to the hardware because everyone's just going to build their fucking own. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, moving on.
Jesus.
Comcast supports ban on paid prioritization with an exception. See what they did there. Comcast would support a ban on paid prioritization as long as there is an exception for specialized services that benefit consumers, a company executive said this week. Comcast senior executive VP David Cohen, who is generally the public face in Comcast dealings with government policymakers, spoke about paid prioritization at the Free State Foundation's Telecom Policy Conference on Tuesday. How about if we agree to prohibition on paid prioritization and we have a limited exception created in some way for this concept of specialized services, Cohen said. He snuck that in. Yeah, we should get rid of it, except paid prioritization, in which websites or online services could pay internet service providers for faster or more reliable access to internet users, has been perhaps the most contentious subject in the net neutrality debate. The Federal Communications Commission recently voted to repeal net neutrality rules that prohibited blocking, throttling, and paid prioritization. Congress could pass a net neutrality law, but some of the major Republican proposals don't include a paid prioritization ban. The FCC's net neutrality rules are technically still in place, but are slated to be taken off the books. Specialized services. Cohen's suggestion of a paid prioritization based on an exception of a specialized service is similar to an early version of net neutrality rules that were passed in 2010 but thrown out in court in 2014. The FCC was able to impose stricter net neutrality rules in 2015. That's a set of rules that is being thrown out by the current FCC. The FCC in 2010 said that specialized services may share capacity with broadband networks, but wouldn't be the same as regular broadband. There has never been a great definition of the term, but the 2010 FCC said the broadband providers' facilities-based VoIP and Internet Protocol video offerings would be included. These services differ from broadband internet access service and may drive additional private investment in broadband networks and provide end users valued services, supplementing the benefits of the open internet, said the FCC at the time. So basically, they're trying to find a back fucking door and screw you, tell you it's for your benefit, and the dumb motherfuckers. I'm sorry, I listen on the radio and they go, "What's the big problem? It's the same now as it was yesterday." Yuck. And the dumbasses are gonna agree with them because the talking heads on the radio say it's okay, and they don't bother to read this and don't understand what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, sure, we'll do it, except one exception. We still want your money.
It's just like when Apple was asked told by the API, you have to create a back door, and they said no, because if we do that, everyone will have a back door, not just this one guy. And the FCC said, yeah, just give them all a back door. And now they're flooded with these assholes sneaking this shit in, trying to worm their way into it. And they go, yeah, we shouldn't have, paid prioritization unless we want it. Why is this all of a sudden a special interest thing? Because it's different. It's not the internet. It's just video and voice over the internet. It's the same fucking thing. Ones and zeros, buddy. Just like a DAC.
Yeah.
All it is. It's data going through the tubes. Like they said, what is the difference between a hospital getting data and you getting data? They go, oh, well, shouldn't the hospital get it faster because they're a hospital? No, if we all get it blazing fast, it won't fucking matter. It won't need to be prioritized. They don't understand that. By the way, I have a second article. I don't know if there was an update to it. That's why I'm pulling it up here. Plus, it's written by Gizmodo, so a little different. Comcast compromise on net neutrality is just the FCC rules that spent millions to kill. But yeah, what you proposed earlier, that was bad. But that's because it didn't favor me. But now, Thoughts?
I don't know, man. It's just I just give up on any kind of hope, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you hope for the best, but you expect the worst, kind of. By the way, speaking of the FCC, Ajit Pai faces heat over proposal to take away poor people's broadband plans. God, I hate his guts. Pai offered no evidence the plan which will boost network investment, Democrats say. Democratic senators yesterday asked Ajit Pai to abandon a proposal that the senators say would take subsidized broadband plans away from millions of Americans. The FCC chairman's plan for the Lifeline subsidy program would force most users of the program to find new providers, but such users could have trouble finding replacement plans or similar prices because Pai's proposal would prevent all telecom resellers from offering landline subsidized service. Your proposal impacts over 70% of current Lifeline recipient households by eliminating their wireless providers from the program, leaving less affordable and fewer Lifeline options, while making it more difficult for the companies trying to serve Lifeline customers, Senate Democrats wrote in a letter to Jeep yesterday. Instead of cutting the program, we should ensure Lifeline reaches more Americans in need of access to communication services. Yes. He had no fucking evidence other than, well, you don't understand. He's a fucking moron. I'm sorry. So.
Well, you see, I want your money. But if you're poor, I can't have your money.
Yeah, if you're poor and old, I don't care. I want the young, stupid money. And I want you to have less choices so that I want the company money. I don't want your fucking money. You're peasant, hipster. No, fuck you. I want Verizon's money. I want AT&T and DirecTV's money. Oh, yeah. By the way, speaking of the FCC, though, they did do a couple of good things. I'm not all Debbie Downer. The FCC approved SpaceX plan for 4,425 satellite broadband network. SpaceX has a green light by the FCC to launch a network of thousands of satellites blanketing the globe with broadband. You won't have to wait long on a cosmic scale anyway. Part of the agreement is that SpaceX launched half of its proposed satellites within 6 years. The approval of SpaceX application was not seriously in doubt after last month's memo from FCC Chairman Ajit Pai, who was excited at the proposal of the first U.S.-based company being authorized to launch a constellation like this. By the way, NASA hates this because they consider the shit space junk. Because when they try to look outside and see actual stars and shit, all they're going to see is shiny, reflective junk floating around in space.
Right.
So, Elon Musk, he's a genius. He's a brilliant salesman. I don't know. He's a madman. Ajit Pai is a horrible asshole. Anything to get us better internet. I don't care. I have literally, in case this story is vague, it's got, look at these fucking pictures. But in case this is too vague for you, I've got like 3 or 4 links to article. Oh, was that the first one? Oh man, sorry. My bad.
So what's this? Sorry, what was the title of that one?
The FCC approves Elon Musk's SpaceX to provide broadband satellite services.
Okay, that was different than that was thinking. I remember I saw a TV show about how when the internet too is going to come out, like our internet is going to be like delivered with like lasers coming from the satellites.
Well, they already have satellite internet. HughesNet, that's what they do for like people out there in the middle of the country.
Well, I'm just saying because like the laser was like, I guess they're like coming out with technology where you can transfer data through lasers or whatever.
Sure, why not?
You'll be able to have like gigabit internet from the satellites with that,
Right. I don't care if it's fast. If you get me fast internet without having to run a wire through the fucking ground or over a damn thing and close streets to do it. Sure. So there's that. By the way, you got any opinions before I pull up another article?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Google
Googly.
is linking. They're going to link Duo to your Google account because remember remember Duo when it came out and no one cared.
No.
Yeah, see, it's a video chat thing that no one gives a shit about. Cushion's not working. Anyway, yeah, that's updated. Google looks to nearly ready to link Duo with your Google account. So, just like they do everything with, it was Google Video, and then it was YouTube. Now it was Google Plus. Now it's Google Hangouts. Then it'll be something else. They want to push. They're trying to push it on you. It's basically if you have the Google Duo app and someone on another device has it, then you can do FaceTime video, calling to somebody with an Apple device. Okay, I can do that now with Hangouts. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what the hell. Okay, sure. That's a nice little Google story, right? Okay, they're pushing a product on us we don't really care about. Whatever. And okay, well, what's this? The Cloud Act. Have you heard about this?
No, I have not.
Right after the show, I watched it used to be called the Crit Show, whatever the hell they got going on Tech Syndicate now. Logan talked about it. They passed this thing, and in the bottom of this act was the Cloud Act. The Cloud Act, clarifying lawful overseas use of data, is a set of regulations handling how data stored in one country can be accessed by an entity in a different country. This is signed into law as part of the omnibus spending bill. Basically, your records. If another country says, "Hey, we need records on Ian," and they can go, "Okay," it's a lot easier to get them. Now, companies like Google and shit, they go, "We like it because, yeah." Well, Google, they keep all your data already. Every website you've been to, every phone call you've made, they have that shit. And
yeah,
if Germany wants all your data, first Google used to say, "Well, no, that's technically he's our customer, and we're not allowed to just give it to you." So they would get a subpoena and eventually just get it from them because that's what the fuck people do. They really want it. Well, now they don't even have to do that. Now this law just says, "Oh, now they can just get it," and they go, "Okay, cool. Then we don't gotta fuck around. We can just give it to them, and they can leave us the fuck alone." Well, then your privacy goes to shit. And like I said, Logan did a good 15-minute video about this. This breaks down why it's a bad idea, what the fuck it means, all kinds of shit for tinfoil hat. And I mean, it's a real thing to worry about. I can't do justice explaining it. It is literally his video popped up in my subscription inbox, the day after our show. And I sat down and watched it because I'd heard about it. I saw this article and others, and I didn't know what to think. And
so this is basically only just giving rights to the cloud computing corporations. Basically, they're saying that.
No, it's abbreviated cloud. It's clarifying lawful overseas use of data. It has nothing to do with the cloud you're thinking of. This is just the name of it is the Cloud Act because it's an abbreviation. It has nothing to do with cloud data. All your data can just be given to a foreign entity without a subpoena, without you even knowing about it, I think, is what I remember them saying. He breaks it down. It's like a 10, 15-minute portion of their half-hour show.
So, like, any company, like, that collects your data somehow, like advertisers?
No, if like lawful overseas use it. I don't know if it's just like government entities, but basically we lose a lot of privacy is what it is. Like, an example of this action currently happens. The U.S. Supreme Court is deciding if Microsoft needs to turn over your data stored on an Irish server the Department of Justice wants as evidence in a case that dates back to 2013. Companies like Google rather see a single set of rules adopted by the U.S. like many other countries that do business that might prevent this sort of costly hearings and procedures. They feel the language the Cloud Act serves to provide access to our data with a genuine need arises, but also protects our privacy against requests that don't show a legitimate need. So this is a whole thing here, and I cannot explain it. I'm not going to try to explain it. Be a well-informed citizen. Read about your fucking rights. Not you, the listener, Ian, but it's important. They didn't ask us how we feel about it, but the thing is, it was written into law. It can be written the fuck out of law, but you have to know who to contact and what to tell them. Hey, I don't approve this shit. Guess who's getting voted out next term? You.
Well, this will go.
I'm your constituent. So.
Yeah. Well, this will go really good with that. What was that other thing that pretty much, like gives you a lot less like rights online or whatever with that whole thing what was that one act that they were
I don't know.
I guess that's already passed now where they were trying to they're trying to stop like sex trafficking and all that stuff online.
Oh yeah, that's old. That was back when Ben was on the show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well,
they were like
2 weeks ago, I think.
Well, here's something else that Google removes Cody from search autocomplete in anti-piracy effort.
What?
Google has banned the term Cody from its autocomplete feature, meaning those who look for information on the controversial media player software will have to type out the full term in order to search. Oh, Google. Correction.
So
an article update software is sometimes loaded in set-top boxes, not set. Yeah, I mean, they're. I understand they don't want to get wrapped up in that they're promoting. The thing is, you're promoting Cody, which in itself is not illegal. Having illegal data streaming or stored on your own server that's illegal is, a different matter altogether. And people don't understand that. And the problem is, law enforcement doesn't even fucking understand it. So that's the problem. That's what it is. They don't understand. Bureaucrats don't understand technology, plain and simple.
Well, it's just the media. It's just a library.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
it's a beautiful organizer.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got loud ad. I can't. Shut up. I couldn't even hear you over this. I'm sorry. Right now is loud bullshit that you can't even hear. That's the thing that's meant. Okay. But yeah, it's good software and it has all kinds of features and can be tweaked to perfection. And then they want to get rid of it and stupid.
Well, so like when you type in on Google, you type in KOD, it's gonna come up with some other word that doesn't even you don't even care about.
Hold on. Here we go. Yeah. Goes to Kodiak cakes. Yeah, you do Cody and you space.
Wow.
Then you yeah. So you have to type in the whole fucking thing. So anyway,
man, the Google is really like for such a big company, they're really giving into like everything nowadays.
Well, the advertisers, the money.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't blame them. If I were a big corporation, I'd be corrupt too. Spectrum wants you back. A la carte deals target cord cutters. Now, I mentioned before our problems with Spectrum. We had their big streaming package with all these channels we didn't want. And right before we, got out of it, they said, well, we offer a deal, with a la carte service. So here's an actual article about it. Customers who don't want, I don't want to link all that, whatever. Customers don't want to buy traditional cable services nationwide are being solicited for a $21.99 monthly plan that allows them to return to Spectrum TV by selecting 10 channels from the standard cable lineup. The deal ends April 12th, according to solicitation received by a customer in Binghamton, New York. basically it's similar to what we have. They give you 10 channels, and like, you can change them, and it's it's a la carte. It's what we want, really. I'm sure as soon as they change something, there's no contract necessary, so we just call and say fuck you, stuff it, which is what's going to happen eventually, because they got to get you somehow. Oh, you get 3 months free. Okay. No, actually, that's only 30 days. No, actually, you're not getting any of my fucking money. So,
we're gonna you owe us money now.
right. So, I thought that was, show people that I'm not making stuff up. But also, I'm sure you've heard of GoPro.
Sure.
They're trying to save itself with a super cheap camera. Because if you remember, the Session was not, it was cheaper, but it wasn't that great. This might look like the $300 GoPro Hero 5, which is now 2 years old, or the $400 GoPro Hero 6, which was released last year. But this is actually a brand new and much cheaper GoPro, simply called the GoPro Hero. This new $200 action cam will feature most of the best features of the Hero 5 and 6 at half the cost. The big reason to buy a GoPro Hero 5 or 6 over something else is due to the quality of the 4K footage produced by such a tiny and durable camera. Unfortunately, there's no shooting 4K video with the new Hero. Instead, you'll be stuck with the 1440 or 1080. There's also no shooting at high frame rates like 120 or 240 frames per second. New GoPro Hero is strictly 60 frames or lower shooter. But yeah, the reason they showed the stocks, the company's stock continues to hover around all-time low of $4.80. Yeah, and they're trying to sell it because no one's fucking buying.
Yeah, I've seen like some reviews of all these different kinds of, GoPro like cameras that are coming out of the woodworks.
Mm-hmm.
They're like losing a monopoly on that type of thing.
Right. Well, because once the third-party companies realize that all they gotta do is make a shitty little camera that can mount in the GoPro hardware, like the head mounts, the bike mounts, etc., and all that crap is already made in China and sold by the Chinese cheaper. So you just buy the accessories and this little action cam, and most are not actually 4K. Is the one argument. But the other thing, like the people with the Hero, my guy that I follow on YouTube that wears a head cam for all of his reviews. I said, man, I told he did a live stream on Twitch. I said, man, you should be sponsored by, GoPro at this point. And he goes, oh no, they might not actually do that after they see what I got to say, because this new model blows ass. Because he's an audio reviewer, but even with adapters to add external mics to it, it still sounds like shit. You have to get a very professional grade mic because the stock one sucks.
You saying that about this $200 one?
This one isn't even out yet. I'm saying the Hero 5 or 6 or whatever.
So you're paying all that money for crappy audio then?
Yeah, you're paying for the 4K video, but the sound is terrible. I mean, the sound has never been great. The Session is a cheaper one because it's just a square. It's a straight up square. Like it's literally the size of the lens part of a regular Hero. It's just that there's one button. There's no. I think there might be. I don't know if there's a screen on the back, but the whole thing's waterproof. It doesn't need a case. But the mic on that is even worse, I guess. So I don't know. I might get a Session just because they're cheaper. But I don't know.
That guy, George Sprout from the Slingshot channel, he did a review on a bunch of different GoPro replicas because he wanted to get a good cheaper alternative because he wanted to like mount GoPro cameras on like these types of arrows that he was going to shoot, so he could do like viewpoints from an arrow being shot up into like the sky or whatever, and you don't want to have to spend like $400 on a one that's just going to get wrecked,
Right.
But he wanted one that had good frame rate and it still looked pretty good and stuff, and apparently there is a couple of them that he reviewed. Actually, it said it could do like 240 frames, and it actually was, like the actual, like It was that because he's studied all the frames and stuff, and he was able to verify that the frames weren't, like the same or whatever. Because like a lot of those specs can be misleading for those, the third party type of things, or not third party, but like the other types of manufacturer cameras. Like they'll say, oh, it could do 240 FPS or like 4K or whatever, but since they're made from China, like they're these other off-brand Chinese manufacturers, I guess they could get away with that stuff or whatever. I don't know.
But anyway, let's buckle up because I got a few more articles and then we'll be at the home stretch.
Okay.
Pew! Trump goes after Amazon over taxes. I'm sure you probably heard plenty about this in the news recently. Trump goes after Amazon in a tweet saying the online retailer pays little or no taxes to state or local governments. Just like him. His comments came a day after reports said he was obsessed with Amazon. And then the company's shares tanked. I think that's them being scared. Because it's not from people not ordering shit. I've ordered shit from Amazon since that. I don't care what he says. But that's bad
so
when
this is
they're
kind of like going along with that one article that we did about like the what did we do about Newegg or that
they had
what
to pay
state
taxes.
was it?
Newegg was having people pay back taxes in Connecticut or whatever, or Maine.
Yes,
like years later.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what he expects. Like, does he think he's gonna break them? Does he think they're fucking from China? I don't know what it is. Like, they're an American company, right?
Right.
I mean, what is he? I gotta break up these American companies because they're not my buddies.
Right.
I mean, I get it. You're afraid. He's an old man, so he's afraid the ma and pa businesses are gonna go under because they can't afford to compete with Amazon. Well, Amazon's an American company. I mean, they go about everything the wrong way. He thinks that coal is, there's been a war against coal, and we'll get rid of all this clean air and all these, regulations, and it'll be better. People aren't going to buy more coal. The coal companies are going out. All of the nuclear power plants, they're not coming back. They're going to be a lot of them are going to be closed in the tri-state area within the next 3 years, they said. So,
well, does he not realize though that Amazon is like, it's so embedded in our economy right now? It's like it actually helps the economy having Amazon, brings so much revenue.
He doesn't fucking understand it as a whole, and if he dicks it around this economy that he's saying it's great, it's soaring, it's gonna fucking tank because he tinkered with it. I'm sorry to interject my own personal political opinions here, but yeah, it is our economy at this point. Like you said, it's so big.
Pretty much every household has some kind of Amazon account,
Yeah, because you can't, not at this point. I mean, it doesn't make sense for $100 a year. You're saying I can get 2 days shipping on crap that I don't want to go out to the store and buy? Well, yeah, I understand that hurts the stores, but I'm not going there if I don't have to.
Right.
And, all we got to do is let Amazon take over, and eventually the go-to marts will be just a store with no people in it that other than are stocking the shelves, and I won't have to talk to a damn person if I don't feel like it. Kroger is trying to compete now. I don't know if you have Kroger up by you.
No, I don't.
Okay, just Mark's.
Yeah.
Kroger's doing a thing where they have no they have stores that have no cash registers. They just have a little kiosk you pay at, which I'm sorry, that's a step too many. I want to walk in and select what I'm buying with an app and then just walk the fuck out. I don't want to go to a kiosk, and if I do that, that's a self-checkout. I don't want to fucking do that. I don't work for Kroger.
Right.
But I'm just once again saying how the old people that are in office are out of fucking touch. He is the epitome of it at this point. He's a figurehead. He's a big Cheeto head. and the American people are either the ones that are, with it. I hope that they have someone that loves them that can explain to them, you're getting screwed. You're paying to get screwed. So, anyway, by the way, a Palm smartphone reboot is reportedly coming to Verizon later this year. I was hoping Doug would come on and he would have something to say about this.
Me too.
Verizon may launch a new Palm device in the second half of this year, an anonymous source told Amazon or Android Police. Rumor backs that a TCL executive said last August when he confirmed to Dutch publication Android Planet that the company would launch a Palm phone this year. TCL, which they're the ones who make the Roku TVs, did not respond to comments when we reached out at the time, despite previous reports. So, yeah. I mean, I understand wanting to, have a stake in the market and try and offer something. The thing is, BlackBerry is dead and or dying at this point. You can't, just like they said about, what's his name? Matt Zion said, you can't go against Google. Android is Google. Android's on fucking everything because it's free and or cheap. Palm was its own OS, right?
Yeah.
It'll be rough. Trying to bring back something for a little bit of nostalgia that what I remember is everyone bitching because it had stylists and was a pain in the dick. Right? I mean,
yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Unless they come up with something totally crazy, I don't know. And then, eventually when Google comes out with their OS, then it'll just be over. But who knows? Okay, last one for me. At long last, Flat Earth Rocketeer finally manages to blast himself into sky at God knows what speed. Filed under, we told you not to try this at home. So yeah, self-declared flat Earth researcher and DIY steam rocket enthusiast Mad Mike Hughes has finally managed to prove the haters wrong about his ability to blast himself some 1,875 feet into the sky without being crushed or scalded to death. After failure of 2 previous attempts to launch a steam-powered rocket with research flat Earth emblazoned on the side, first due to meddling government bureaucrats and then due to unspecified technical problems, Hughes finally managed to take off on Saturday from the Mojave Desert ghost town of Amboy, California. Yeah, he's the guy that said he doesn't believe in science. So I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do.
Right.
But yeah, they don't really know what speed he was going. They propose it was, where the hell was it? Because there's video if you want to watch. Steam rocket at 340 psi instead of the planned 350. But he went ahead and launched managed, let's see, further than last attempt. They said estimated 350 miles an hour. They say it's just relieved it's over with. I'm tired of people saying I checked out and didn't build a rocket. I'm tired of that stuff. I manned up and did it. This thing wants to kill you 10 different ways. This thing will kill you in a heartbeat. Am I glad I did it? Hughes concluded. Yeah, I guess I'll feel better in the morning. I'll feel it in the morning. I won't be able to get out of bed. At least I can get home and dinner and see my cats tonight. Whatever calculation Hughes, who does not believe in science, performed are not a matter of public record, but the 350 mile per hour estimate, accurate or not, is definitely fast enough to secure bragging rights. AP noted that the triumphant Rocketeer's future plans include building a Raccoon, which sounds like an air-launched rocket that involves a balloon instead of a plane, is apparently intended to get him high enough into the air to test his flat Earth theory. 68 miles, well above the breathable atmosphere and the Armstrong limit, where any biofluids will boil away in an unpressurized environment. Also, he's going to run for governor because, sure, whatever.
Sure.
So, oh, Lord.
Oh, boy.
So this dumbass is his rocket launcher was like a modified trailer, I think they said. So, I mean,
Let me ask you, what do you think is worse? The flat Earth conspiracy, or the we didn't go to the moon, or any kind of outer space conspiracy?
anything that doubts science is dangerous, in my opinion.
Well, I kind of think that the flat Earth conspiracy would be the more ridiculous of the two, just because if you go up high enough, you could actually see the curvature of the Earth.
Well, just like if he's gonna go up so high that his blood boils, cool.
Right.
Let that happen. So, anyway,
Anyways, we're gonna get a quick game of Would You Rather in here. Yeah, Would You Rather.
okay, real quick, like up to 5.
Now we're doing 10.
No, I gotta go. I can't stay up late.
Oh, you gotta get up at 6 again?
My dog's diabetic, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do 5 then.
Would you rather live happily ever after with your favorite romance novel hero, or live happily ever after with your favorite movie TV show hero? The average person watches TV, they don't read, so TV.
Okay, I'll say TV too. Oh, yeah, 82. You must. Yeah. You.
Would you rather eat a pine cone or eat an acorn?
Pine coon?
Acorn because it's smaller. It's not like you got to eat it whole.
Yeah, an acorn would be more of. I bet you people do eat acorns. Because it's more like a nut, Yeah, 78.
If it was picture day, what would you rather wear? Would you rather only your underwear or a costume of your opposite gender? Costume of the opposite gender because you're not naked.
I'm going to say underwear. Oh, you won, but not by much.
44 to 56. It's enough.
No, that was it.
You had 491,000. I had 622,000. I think that's a good chunk. Would you rather be Alexander the Great or Genghis Khan? Genghis Khan. They said the majority of people in the world are related to Genghis Khan.
Yeah, I bet, most people would just think of power and strength and all that stuff, But yeah, Genghis Khan. Oh, we were wrong.
Wow.
3% said Alexander. Gives you a little bit more faith, I guess.
Would you rather get B's and C's at an Ivy League school or A's at a standard? We had this with Doug, and he didn't understand the fucking question.
Right.
Would you rather only smell like poop or only smell poop? I'd rather smell like it because I don't want to smell it.
Yeah, eventually you'd probably just get used to it,
Well, if Yeah, because if all you could smell is poop, that would make you sick because all your food smells like poop.
Yeah, it's like most people, like if they do have BO all the time, they don't even notice it, you know?
Hmm.
But
People are dumb.
only 28% on their side.
Would you rather produce a low-budget film with your best friends and have the time of your life, or produce a Hollywood blockbuster with people you test and make a ton of money? Ton of money.
Hmm. I'm gonna go stay at the time of your life just so maybe I can have a chance to catch him up. Ah, you got it as 53. That's pretty close though.
Yeah, but I still won that one.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in isolation or face your biggest fear once? Live in isolation.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to do the opposite just so I can have a chance to win it. Face the biggest fear once a month. Oh yeah.
All
72.
right, you got a point. You're still on the board.
I just gotta pull one more like that.
That's your ass. Would you rather visit Hogwarts or visit Narnia? People say Hogwarts.
Mm. Yeah, just like how the Harry Potter is definitely way more popular right now, so I'm gonna
Well,
have
that
to
and
go
you
with
can actually do
Hogwarts.
more. You're a wizard. In Narnia, you can talk to lions. That's about it.
Here's hoping we were wrong. God damn it. Well, you
I
got 5 and
win.
I got
Yay.
4. Pretty close.
Yeah, but you still don't win. Second place is just the first loser.
Hey, second place is here to keep you on your toes.
Okay. I was afraid we were never gonna fucking get it. Everyone was like, "No, people are stupid." What? People are stupid.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, I know you wanted to get 5 done, but we might have ended up going to like 10 anyways, because we usually stay tied pretty for a while in the game, you know.
Eh. Eh. I just know last time I ended up, I told myself I'd sit up until I had to get up, and it didn't work.
That didn't work.
But thanks for coming on, sir. If you're listening to us, thank you for coming on too.
Yeah. You're still listening to us. Good job. You get a peanut, as Ben would say.
Okay.
But I don't know if you have anything else to declare, Frank.
No, just my luggage.
Well, thanks for coming on.
You too. Thanks for sticking with us if you're here.
Yeah, thanks for listening. By the way, we forgot to say thanks to Kevin MacLeod for our intro music.
Yeah, and ACDC for a little bit of the beginning.
I'm Kevin MacLeod of the MacLeod clan.
That could be only one.
I'm Kevin MacLeod of the clan MacLeod. That's how it is. And then I know that's such a cult following thing that, like, people gets angry at you for messing it up, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks. Boobs.
Boobies.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Got a scissor. And boobs.